And we're back. We did it. Is everybody there? Can everybody hear me?
Sounded good?
Awesome.
Here.
Hello again after a long hiatus. My name is Dylan Wyatt. Welcome to the Isle of Basolean, a hardcore roguelike D&D campaign with a persistent world across multiple sessions and a high difficulty level. I am here tonight with several of my amazing friends who are now going to slightly awkwardly introduce themselves.
I guess I'll start off. Hey, I am Liz. I am going to be playing Tidero, the human rogue. Definitely going to kick ass, take names. Yeah, all right.
Hi everybody, I'm Jacob. I'm playing Kakaako, the Ranger Velociraptor Swordmaster.
So much in there. So much.
It's a lot to unpack.
Hi, I'm Hallie, and I'm gonna be playing Church, the Warforged Cleric, your heal bot for this evening.
Literally.
And I'm Sarah, and I will be playing Henry, the barbarian tiefling, and yeah.
Hashtag we love you, Henry.
Woo, we love you, Henry!
All right, couple of things just before we get started. First of all, I want to thank everyone who's here for being with us as we share the story. We're mostly doing this because we enjoy it and have a good time, but we're happy to be able to bring it to you and share it with all of you guys. But bear with us, as always, for your technical difficulties because computers are hard. Dice are easy, computers are hard. And I'll do my best. That's what I could promise. Secondly, we work variable schedules, so it's pretty impossible to stick with a consistent thing. If you enjoy hanging out, follow us on Twitch, follow us on Instagram, yada yada, etc., etc. We also have a YouTube, so you can watch it there. And to that note, I appreciate that anyone who's here viewing things is here after a little bit of a hiatus. There was a little bit of some IRL stuff going on, including honeymoons and pregnancy announcements, so there are things in the works, but I should be back to doing things more regularly as of now. Third and finally, before we get kicked off, just a quick warning, there can be some disturbing themes in this show. I want it to be realistic, and I want it to be a hard thing for our characters so they can triumph over that, and as such, there can be some things such as strong language, body horror, and death that can happen. So if that's something that bothers you, this might not be it, fam. Anything anyone here wants to share?
That thing doesn't apply to us,
Congratulations
right?
to our lovely Dungeon Master.
Woo!
She will be the youngest and cutest RPG player ever. All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and kick things off. So, to catch everyone back up to speed, including our lovely players, last you guys had been out on sort of a two-step reconnaissance mission. You've been contracted to this island by the Basolean company to try and find where there was a mysterious disappearance of a previous venture. The island itself seems to vanish and reappear with whenever it seems to feel like. And there has been stories of untold riches and other potential things of glory to be found. So you've been contracted to come there. The first small group of adventurers started by clearing off a bit of the nearby point to where your starting establishment was settled and clearing out a crypt. And then some of the folks from this group started to do some more reconnaissance. They found a farm where they were able to battle back a odd fey creature, and then also were able to find a odd mechanical automaton that very nearly claimed a few lives, but was beaten down, and after licking their wounds, they returned to town. So really quick, I just want to remind you guys of the sheet that we have of all the things that are in the Camino supplies, and for you guys to distribute as you see fit briefly.
I would like to attain the Bracers of Archery.
Sure.
And the box of caltrop.
Honestly, that's pretty on brand for you. Here it is.
So from the automaton, you got the Anthocurian diffuser, and you also got I believe it was the Sword of Heroes, if I remember correctly.
So the diffuser we had thought might end up with our traveling companion, Terry, but she is not adventuring today.
Still sitting it out in the makeshift hospital, I'm sure. Little worse for wear from our last encounter, I believe.
After being thrown off the cliff as a bear, yeah, I think that was a bit concerning for her.
Oh, I missed a lot last time.
Oh, Mommy Man, are you thinking about taking anything here?
Or unless if you want it, I'm kind of worried.
I'm good. I think it's a little bit more capable in your muscly arms.
I'm liking the Sword of Heroes for one of our frontliners. I don't want to be anywhere near any bad guys the entire campaign, so I'll give a knowing eyebrow raise towards Church, but especially towards Henry.
I mean, you did amazing last time. Like, I feel like this could do some work in your hands.
Didn't you get the final hit there, Mr. Hero?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I got an arm though, so I've got the arm of the sword.
I believe the arm was actually the Sword of Heroes. That was the blade off of it.
I think it's meant to be.
Gotta hand it to ya.
So it is a trick weapon, which, if you have ever played the game Bloodborne, I don't know if you have any exposure to that, it's a mechanical weapon that can change between two different forms as a bonus action. So in this case, you can change it between a longsword and a great axe using a bonus action.
One-handed or two.
I feel like one of those is kind of like on point. Kind of like matches the theme.
Are you a great axe wielder?
I have aspirations of being a lumberjack, so.
Has been seen lumbering around camp.
The great axe of heroes is yours.
And
If you so wish it.
you
'Cause
get maximum hit points, additional maximum hit points equal to your level when it's equipped to you.
3 extra maximum hit points. Right.
Every little bit helps.
That'll help.
There's also a couple of healing potions there, the urn, and that sword as well, which I think one of you may have had. Oh, and then the moment of courage that I believe we also, and the Phycogenian bulwark that we pulled off of Kisi, who was a former character who had a little bit of a breakdown.
Is it a shield?
So the Phycogenian bulwark, yes, shield, it gives you +1 AC instead of +2, but it gives you +10 temporary hit points. That will stack with other sources of temporary hit points, and you regain them all on a shorter long rest.
I'm not shield proficient, but I would love extra health.
And then the moment of courage is, once you attune it, when you make a melee attack, you can choose to spend a hit die. You can only do that once per long rest. And it is attuned.
I honestly think Titero should take that one.
I was gonna say, I think at the very least you see Titero just kind of pocket a healing potion, just in case. You never know. That seems.
2 total healing potions available.
I think he'll just take one. Just he'll totally return it, because he's not going to use it, but just in case.
Yeah, I'll take temporary custody over a healing potion just for the opportunity to save a companion.
Oh, yeah, no, companion. Yeah, no, 4 companions. That's right.
So the moment of courage is actually, it's a necklace, and it's this beautiful, it's like the classic, almost Grecian, like, muscly man wrestling with a lion kind of style of things.
You know, Tydero, unless anybody else is calling dibs on that, Tydero might, you know, add that. Not necessarily because he thinks he needs that little extra, you know, boost.
To show
But,
off
you
his
know,
courage.
it just looks cool. It looks cool.
All yours, man.
All right, so he slips a health potion in his back pocket and that moment of courage around his neck. Gonna go strolling through the camp with that bling.
Perfect. And we'll say this happens the night before you guys go adventuring, so you have time to attune to everything.
Did I take the bulwark?
That is up to you. It is currently unclaimed.
I mean,
Yeah, I'll take the bulwark.
Church, my friend.
Oh, there's
Do you
nothing
have a gender, Robo friend?
He doesn't really care though.
Dude's night out. All right, that's what I'm hearing. Dude's night out.
He doesn't care. So he'll take male I mean, physically, he certainly looks male.
Male
Akahako
presenting.
is gonna take a gamble and say, "Dude's night out," excitedly.
Yeah, I'll take the bulwark.
Fair enough.
I'll put my shield into it. I'll replace my shield with the. Oh God, how do you spell that monstrosity?
You could always copy paste it.
Too late. All right.
Thykogenin.
So it's +1, and then I get 10 temporary hit points.
By the Master Smith Phycogenus.
Respect.
Because Grecian phonemes are fun. Anything else you guys would like to do in camp? So just to remind you, from purely a gameplay perspective, you guys can make use of any one of the non-player characters' non-combat abilities, even if you guys are a full group of 4. So there's the weather forecaster, there's someone who can take herbs and create like some basic medicine for you, if you have them. There's like water, somebody who can boil water to clear it. There's they're in all the character sheets in the NPC in Roll20. So just so you know, that's something that you can do once a day, mechanically speaking.
Someone that
Take a weather prediction unless you come up with a better one.
I mean, might be useful. I mean, our goal is to kind of continue on with our search of the island, so I think having an idea whether or not we're going to be doing that in a thunderstorm or not might be helpful.
Sure. So you go to the water genasi girl who you guys had seen and who Church had kind of directed you to previously, who has a bunch of almost like soothsayer bones and little metal tops and dice that when you ask her about, her name is Ermist. And so Ermist, when you ask her, she's more than happy to if you guys want to know for tomorrow morning, I can definitely do that for you.
What's the accuracy of this? Is this going to be the bullshit 50% and then we get snow anyway? Or is this, you know, pretty solid chance of what you say is going to happen? Just asking. It's fun.
She looks kind of offended for a second.
Church will kind of like loom over you a little bit and will say, "She has been quite accurate in the past."
I'm just looking out for you, buddy. If she says, you know, we've got, you know, it's, you know, only 20% chance of rain, like, and it pours, like, are you going to be able to handle that? Are you good in the rain, or is there an issue there?
He looks at you with. He doesn't understand the question.
Can you get wet?
Everything can get wet.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. I guess weather away, my friend.
As you're saying that, and Church says everything can get wet, there's a small puddle nearby, or a bucket of water, and Irmis uses shape water to splash you, Tythro, with the water from the bucket. Yeah, see, everything can get wet.
Yeah,
And
well,
I was going to be, I'm pretty darn accurate, but you know, just for you, I think I'll give you a 50-50. What do you think? Does that sound good?
I think at this point that's fair. Mm-hmm.
Okay. She gives you a little little knock on the shoulder and says, "Don't worry, I'll make sure that you guys know what you're going into. It's only fair." And then she sort of takes, and it's this elaborate process where she takes, some of them are, it's like almost like little chess pieces. There's one that you swear is phallic shaped. Just this like crystal blue, but it has like a almost like a troll face looking thing on it. She just sets them all out there almost in like this very specific, kind of ring, and then takes some of the dice and rolls them. And so I need, just for fun, Tythro, can you roll a d12 for me?
Nice. First roll of the night.
I'm gonna ask Weather Lady if she can try and forecast around, like at least pay attention to like coastal stuff, because I would like to tell our party we should travel on the coast for some substantial
8-10.
travel benefit.
Cloudy with drizzles.
Okay.
And no, I'm not just saying that to mess with you.
Suspicious, yeah. He looks a little
Hilarious.
wary
course.
at our pedal friend. I'm sure this will be fine.
Well, worst comes to worst, you'll just have to carry him back. You're a big, strong guy, right?
Yep.
And she just walks. She winks you and just leaves.
Oh no.
Church is gonna look Tighter up and down and go, "I do not believe you would be able to carry me."
Oh, good friend. You'd be surprised. I do push-ups every day. It really helps. All right. Yeah.
There's a slight awkward pause where what the someone who you, Church, have known, Jaqen, who is the other sort of loud-mouthed, swagger, braggadocious rogue, kind of looks in the middle of this conversation, has been listening, and you hear him laugh out loud as he continues to walk down the pathway with a bundle of wood in his arms to go split.
Wait,
I do not know if this is a regional term, but Church, I can Pikmin you at a speed of 5.
As your raptors, not you.
It's a halfling Highlander term, very local. It's from the root pikendi, which is to carry, right?
Tyro writes that down in his book for later. That's a smart word. Sounds good.
Henry, is there anything you would like to do?
twigs around camp, like decent-sized twigs.
Twigs?
Yes.
So the camp itself is on a sea stack with a bridge that leads to the mainland, but there's been lots of wood gathered over time, and kind of a continuous stream of people going out and harvesting lumber and bringing it back. So if you want to help split wood, you can always split wood. There will always be availability and a need to split wood.
Okay, so Henry is going to help split some wood and collect some small pieces and stuff. And if there's any twine or nails would be even better, but I don't know how scarce those are with resources.
What are you trying to make?
I'm going to try and make little houses for the raptors.
Oh, that's amazing. So first make an athletics check for me. So this is in the evening before your adventuring day, and make an athletics check for me as you go up to this area that's been set up kind of just southwest of the campfire. You guys can actually see on Roll20 the area you're in where the campfire is. Just southwest of there, there's an area where they're splitting wood, and so you go over there, and Jaqen is over there, and he's splitting wood, and so as you go up to a little station next to him, I want you to make an athletics check to see how you compete with him. Because when you walk up, you're a good, head and a half taller than him. And he immediately does, and kind of, starts to seem like he's trying to work even harder to compete with you. You there, sir?
Henry!
So click athletics on your sheet on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, you can always use physical die too. That's fine.
Ah, the anticipation.
Can't remember how to get fish.
your character sheet is on the right-hand side of the overall screen, like in that same bar where the chat is. If you open up the newspaper section, you can get to your character sheet by scrolling down. And then athletics is going to be on the left side of your character sheet once it pops up.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're okay.
You're totally fine. This is the technical
If you-
difficulties.
And
So in the meantime, Jacques is like, I mean, you look pretty strong, but come on, how much time do you spend actually cutting wood? You know, is the flannel just all for show? You're just trying to look like a good-looking guy? Come on! And you can see he's like panting, trying to say this between as he was taking his sweet time until you showed up to start doing that, and now he's like sweat's pouring off of him. It's like 58 degrees and the guy's sweating like a pig.
I'm so sorry. I cannot find the athletics
No.
on the left side.
You're
did you
totally
get your
fine.
sheet open?
Yeah, it's on, like I'm looking at the sheet, but I can't find
You
it
see
on the left.
skills on? Do you see skills on the left?
Yeah, strength. No, wait. Skills.
No, that's-
it's underneath
good.
that. So acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, and then athletics.
Okay. Yeah. Athletics.
Yep, just click on that.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a 17.
Pressure.
So as he's
Okay.
sort of being braggadocious, occasionally taking a couple of swings to break through the wood, you just sort of slam, part it right through.
Henry looks at his flannel first, a little insecure, but yeah, then he chops.
But you,
I don't think that it was known at the camp, but this is the moment when everyone realized that, like, that's hot. That is objectively hot.
yes. There are at least 2 to 3 people who are attracted to men who are staring. One of which may be Jacques.
Some that aren't. They're still staring.
Exactly, some of them who aren't. Look, sometimes it's just objective, all right? Come on.
That's
He's
just
not
taste.
conscious of it, but he flexes a little. So
Oh yeah, of course you do. Look, it's just it's an unconscious thing for you. It's not you're trying to show off, but when you get into that mode, when you're that rhythm of splitting wood, of kind of cutting things like that, it's something you've been really doing since you were young, and so it's something that's really core to who you are. So you were masterful at it, and it shows. So yeah, you were able to easily cut that wood, and now make a. Do you have craftsman's tools?
do not think so. Let's see.
I don't think it was in your background.
Is it? Do you need carpenter's tools?
Yeah, I don't think I arrived with carpenter's tools.
You
I
could
think
easily
I
ask Church. It's pretty common knowledge that Church is someone who has a lot of the gear that people will need.
If you need any specialized tools or equipment, please come to me.
Hey, buddy. Do you have any carpentry tools I could use?
Kind of reaches behind him in a pouch and just hands you, like, wrapped in like kind of a metal twine, a bunch of like carpenter tools that he just has.
Okay. Henry gives a big, bright smile and thanks. Takes the carpentry tools to make the little houses.
Like, will
So-
you be needing some nails?
Oh, I thought the nails were in it. Okay. Could I also have the nails?
I can make some more if you'd like me to.
Okay.
It will take time. I shall do it while you are chopping wood.
Okay, thanks. Much
And
appreciated.
I'm gonna use my channel divinity artisan's blessing to make a crap ton of nails.
Yeah, you're Henry. You're thinking in your mind like, man, they couldn't have brought too many nails. It's really generous of Church. And then you go cut some more wood. You come back and there's literally what's the volume that you make? It's just an embarrassingly large amount of nails, right?
I
can make at maximum up to 100 gold worth of nails.
So it's basically
What does
Ace
this look
hardware.
like?
Oh, sweet lord.
Is it permanent?
Is it right
Yeah, these are
nails
real.
right now?
He has to use like stone and iron ore like to do it, but he does it.
Damn, you
Keep
picked a
the
good
music
class.
plays in the background.
Forge cleric.
Yeah, so
I'd
you
like
come
to
back and
just
it's
mention
literally
for the-
like. Sorry, go ahead, Jacob.
Oh, I was gonna say, a previous victim of the island, Shitai, just carried back everything that wasn't nailed down in all the dungeons. So, like, in terms of like wrought iron and stuff, there's a reasonable amount of that just in the yard.
Well, and there's also all the metal from... You
Yeah,
guys
from
got
the
about a third of the automaton.
Yeah, like I can literally take that raw metal and make whatever out of it.
Everything that wasn't nailed down is going to be a problem now that we all have 100 gold worth of nails.
And a bag of holes. I'm not gonna make 100 gold worth of nails, but I can. So yeah, I make plenty of nails. Like literally like an hour later after you're done chopping the wood into like good like strips and like getting them nice like planks, you turn and there's just a sack of nails behind you.
Yeah, Henry's jaw drops a little,
And church is
figure out where the forge was.
Yeah, church is nowhere to be seen.
And it's not just a single type of nail. There's like 3 or 4 different sizes. There's a couple of different types of nail heads, depending on what kind of hammer you're going to use and if it's going to crimp down. It's like there's
Different
a
length.
ton of different stuff. You know, one-man Ace Hardware.
In the process of your wood cutting, I would just like for flavor, very good faith effort by a bunch of very unhelpful little velociraptors without opposable thumbs to try and carry you various things and try and hold some stuff. Your assessment probably is that it's not very helpful, but they did try.
Can you make an animal handling check for me, just for the lulz?
Absolutely. 1 second.
Hell yeah. Tiny velociraptors.
I mean...
21!
That's pretty good.
So it takes them a little while to get it, but and mostly it's because you're not used to working with a ton of different people, Henry. But once you kind of get the idea, it's almost like there's a second set of hands. It's actually surprisingly useful. You'll like put out your hand and Velociraptor will just drop a nail in there. You don't have to like even turn all the way around, and they'll help hold the nails for you. You accidentally hit their hands like once or twice, but they give you little nuzzles to let you know it's okay.
with their tiny little
I
arms.
was holding myself mechanically a little short because I don't know if it was a full good effort, but I do mechanically have mage hand through the
For the velociraptor.
Oh, totally. That's why we have the animal handling,
Yeah.
just for fun, just to see. But they're quite handy.
Yeah.
Like how wide they want it to be, like what's their preference?
I'm picturing
ask
that
the
you're making
velociraptors?
a bunch of little like dog houses for the velociraptors.
Little Velociraptor dog houses.
Yeah, I'm just picturing a bunch of just those simple wooden dog houses.
Where are you going to put them on the island? Are you going to put them near the lighthouse or up by where, kind of the woodcutting area?
I guess wherever it looks like the camp is, like where people are sleeping.
So it's kind of scattered all over this little sea stack area. Some people are in the church or nearby. Some people are kind of by the harbor area. Some people are at the lighthouse. It kind of depends.
Okay, so
I think you cut out there, unfortunately.
Anything near the coast is great. They're coastal velociraptor.
to the coast it is.
Hilarious that is a thing.
Fair enough. So yeah, you were able to do that without any trouble. And now you have lots of little velociraptor houses. Is there...
Fully furnished.
Akako is heavily indebted to both Church and Henry for this effort.
Church is gonna basically do some forging if he needs to be done.
Sure.
I have the mending cantrip now, so if there's like, he'll basically do a sweep of the camp looking for like any wear and tear on some of the tents. Anything he can fix with the mending cantrip, he's gonna do it.
And it's a very helpful thing because just as the nature of the area you guys are in, the elements are a very real problem. And so your mending is very much appreciated.
Yeah, he's gonna do that, and then he's gonna spend the night in the lighthouse.
Sure.
He's kind of seated up there, looking out, keeping a watch.
Absolutely.
Akako sleeps in a raptor house. and for all future sleeps of all time, sleeps in a raptor house, but not the same one, just a variety of raptor houses.
In a hole in the ground, there was a hobbit.
Except this time he was surrounded by velociraptors. That's canon, right?
Sure.
All right. Anything else anyone would like to do in the night before?
Well, if the person, like you said, there's an herbalist. If there's like a possibility that I could get any kind of like healing salve, or
Do you have the materials?
Healing burrito?
oh, a burrito would be great. It's kind of hungry.
So.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead, Cocklock.
Oh, just every morning, including previous morning, I would like to give each of the players a egg burrito, vegetarian egg burrito with healing property.
It's basically Goodberry, but no, that's it's not Goodberry. It's Ranger Sap, right?
Ranger style, the upgraded version. We've added carb.
And that you have. All right.
Nice.
So you guys all go to sleep, and if I remember correctly, last time you guys did your madness save, so we don't need to worry about that. This is just sort of thematically getting the stuff set. So the next morning, you awake, most of you, at least to some degree, to the sound of rain on the roofs of your tents, or velociraptor houses, or lighthouses.
I get up earlier than everyone else because I
Sure.
only need 6 hours of sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna find some metal and some like unused canvas,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to use my channel divinity to make an umbrella.
That is amazing. So you don't have canvas. You do, however, have either metal from the subjugator or bear pelts.
Actually, hang on, I'm gonna check something real quick because I'm pretty sure.
I will say.
Oh, the metal is. I can. Okay, as long as the item contains metal, I can make it.
So you make an umbrella,
Yeah.
and
I will say
it's comically
bear
large.
pelt Umbrella is kind of a flex, though. That's kind of a.
I'm just gonna make an umbrella.
It's a piece for sure.
Are you like, as you come to church making this, are you like making the bear pelt comment?
Probably, yes, of course.
Ooh, can I use the bear pelt and like tan get the hide tanned and stuff? And
I don't know if you guys.
we don't have a tanner, do we?
We came across not having any tanning, like the
Actually-
aldehydes and stuff. We don't have any of that, unfortunately, yet.
Didn't we get an NPC that's a tanner?
Ethos might be one.
Ethos. Which one's Ethos?
He is.
Can I have him? Could I have had him tan it?
Yes, you
like,
could have-
'cause
you
we've
could
had
have
this
had him
bear,
do it.
We've had this bear pelt forever.
Yes, it can
Like,
be
we've
fairly.
had
It can be safely assumed that he's been tanning a variety of it, otherwise it would just rot.
Mhm.
So it can be fairly safely assumed that he can be doing
I'm
that.
gonna make a bear pelt like umbrella.
Totally.
Back in the day, we caught a shark, and it rotted the pelt before we got a tanner here. Said that.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Gross. But yeah, then I take another hour to kind of recuperate and regain and take a short rest.
Sure.
So by the time everyone else is awake, I inexplicably have an umbrella now.
You have a leather umbrella, a bear leather umbrella.
That smells vaguely like bear musk.
I mean, I'm sure that won't be a problem.
I can't smell it.
There's not bears here, right?
But I now have an umbrella, and I'm going to wake people up to get their breakfast.
Sure. It's a functional
Alrighty.
breakfast, and as you guys finish eating it, the day is yours.
Henry's soaked through, and he just like comes lumbering up to you guys, like, and shakes his head to get some of the water off. It doesn't really work.
Does his flannel kind of like cling to his chest?
It's yes.
Just as, yeah, okay. Just
How
checking. just
tall?
checking.
How tall's Henry?
Here, wait for it. He-
And I will say, careful, Sarah. You're kind of in and out. I don't know if it's distance from the mic or
Sorry.
all good.
I do not believe I put his height down on the sheet.
How tall is
Whatever you
Henry?
tell us is true, probably within
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, just
Okay.
within reason. How tall do you think he is?
Tall.
6'4".
Yeah, that seems reasonable.
Oh my god, he's a double kaka'ako. You and Church are like the scary giant daddies of the group.
Church is taller than you.
Oh
Church
no.
is 6'8".
Wow.
They're the two dads on this field trip.
Church is
Oh my
enormous. Church is enormous. There's a reason why he told Tidero he didn't think he could carry him.
Yeah, I think Tidero is pretty normal human size, right?
Definitely normal human size. I don't think he actually breaks the 6-foot mark. So whatever short king bullshit that is, but
Here's the question: does Tidero wear heels to look taller?
Yeah, do you wear lifts?
I don't think he brought any with him on this trip, but he is slightly regretting it.
Totally. Seems like the type. Just wondering.
Maybe like a couple of leaves get shoved in those boots, at the beginning, and we decide that's a bad idea. But
Yeah. All right, so the day is yours. What would you guys like to do?
Did we agree that we were going to investigate that wizard tower?
I think that's probably the best idea. The most promise for sure.
seems fun. Seems interesting.
Henry nods.
All right.
I mean, shouldn't be a problem as long as we don't run into any, giant mechanical abominations on the way. I think we'll be good. No offense. Sorry, it's specific ones. It's all good.
It takes a good 5 seconds for Church to understand the no offense part, and he just goes, "Oh, none taken."
All right. So with that awkward conversation, you guys make your way across the bridge, and you guys haven't gone there yet, but you have kind of a general idea of where it is. At least Church does. If you'd like Kakuako to help you with navigation, you very much can.
That would be very much appreciated.
The portions that can be traveled along the coast, Kaka'ako is going to express strong preference that we stick to the coast where possible, and we get favored terrain, which is very, very, very helpful for all of our navigating, surviving, and avoiding difficult terrain, and sneaky stuff. So, a bunch of benefits to being on the coast as long as we can, but when we do have to go inland, we do.
So it's a little more inland for where you guys are dealing with. The Little Wizard's Tower is there.
Yeah, specifically the Little Wizard's Tower, not the spooky Black Tower, correct? Those are two separate towers.
They are indeed two separate
Where's
towers.
the hyphen in Little Wizard Tower?
I don't know, you wrote it.
No, it's LIL. We'll figure out what it stands for when we get there, right?
Yeah.
That's the mystery.
It's the well-known Iran artist, Little Wizard. He's really popular. really blowing up these days. Although, technically, it would be Lichtech, because they have wax cylinders. Anyway, can I have you both make either both of you, or one of you with advantage, make a survival check?
I will default.
Can I please make a
Yes.
survival?
Yes, please do. By all means.
You will have to do so over land, unfortunately, for a little while, but wherever you are is not ever far from the coast.
I will give guidance.
Nice.
Not that he needed it.
Don't even try.
You get there without issue, and because you recognize some game trails, you know well enough what game trails look prey versus predatorial. And so you can actually kind of stay around the areas that were kind of hunted by that blood wolf pack that you guys have had some kind of runs in with, and really very safely make your way to the Wizard's Tower. Well done.
Yeah, sneaky all the way. Don't have to kill our way through the jungle.
Always a good way to start.
Which brings us to this. So. So this is... You guys make your way over a little bluff, and there's... You notice, Kakwago specifically, that the ground goes from being this kind of soft, almost kind of thick grasses and herbaceous kinds of things to almost an occasional little rockier. And it feels almost like there's a path there that's sort of carving its way through the trees. It's not a full manicured path. It is overgrown. There are some small saplings there, but the relative tree height is definitely less. And as you kind of come around a bend through the part of the forest with the drizzle very gentle overhead, you make your way back to the coast. You can smell the sea, and though you were close enough, you never really lost that scent in general. This very modern looking for what you would have expected Mage Tower. This is something that you may have seen built within the past 20 to 30 years. In that kind of classic high aristocratic mage style with the pointed peaks and the multiple windows and the stained glass. Only about 3 feet tall, which is odd, or 3 stories tall. Normally those things are much more ostentatious, and they're 8 to 12 feet tall. They're sort of like those big skyscrapers in New York, or those big mansions where you drive past and you're like, yeah, technically that looks nice, but it's a little much. But this one is just...
Nevertheless, Kakako exclaims it's the tallest thing he's ever seen.
That you see the tallest thing you've ever seen. And it's situated in this area that also appears a bit overgrown. You could kind of get a pretty good sense just looking at it that at one point this was fairly well kept, but now has overgrown as well. As you guys are looking over this, what are you doing?
I am going to ritual cast Detect Magic.
Sure. What's the range on Detect Magic?
30 feet.
30 feet, okay. Right now you guys are about 120 feet away. You're kind of over this little... Right now you're about equal to the 3rd floor window, and then it kind of goes down a little bit of a bluff, takes a bit of a slight turn, and then the entrance to the tower is right there.
Yeah.
And this is maybe about 300 to 400 feet from the beach. Your Detect Magic does not ping anything.
Looking up at this tower, I'm assuming it's got kind of windows going all the way up. We don't see any like movement or anything, nothing flitting past the window, no lights as maybe like a spyglass looking down at us.
Make a perception check.
All right. Oh, hold on. Definitely not at advantage. Let's change that. Oh, bummer.
You know,
I noticed nothing.
Yeah, you swear it's the rain. It's probably the rain, you know. It's just a bit of a drizzle, but it's definitely, messing with your game a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Church, if you can get within 30 feet to check it out, I'll send a raptor over to push on the door. If we want.
Let us approach first before we decide who is going to knock on the door.
Can I make a point? Let's be extra sneaky, perhaps, going up here. Let's not just, approach. Let's hide.
Can I make a perception check?
You may. You swear you see, you sort of offhandedly as they're talking about this plans, you look up and you swear you see, it looks like there's water inside the 3rd floor?
Like, it's flooded?
You can't tell. It's like water washed across it at one point, and you're like, oh, was that the rain? And then it happened again, and it stayed there for a moment, and then it washed away.
Okay.
Not in a way that fit with rain. You've been out in the rain before. You've cut wood, but this wasn't normal.
Wait, guys, I'm starting to think this is some kind of magic tower.
What? It's definitely just the rain. I think we'll be fine.
saw something weird in the windows. It looked like water, but like not like the rain water.
That's pretty descriptive. I think we can do a lot with that. I would like to, with that observation, I would like to once again repeat that. Definitely feel like we should sneak up. I mean, I realize we're all seasoned adventurers, so we all know this, but we're definitely like not just jumping up there and knocking on the door, right?
Yes. While I am not quiet, I agree with Titero.
Could we stack on top of each other to see what's up with that window?
Once we get closer, we are still 120 feet away from it.
Once
If I could have
again,
you guys just chat for just a moment amongst yourselves and give me just 2 minutes, if you could.
Yeah, Muscles, my man. I feel like the 4 heroes in a trench coat might not be the most, efficient way of sneaking, but we can definitely try that, when we get up. When all else fails, we can do the, shoulder on shoulder thing. I feel
Does anyone know off the top of their head like how high story each story is? Like, would that
well,
even work?
15
I
feet.
mean, yeah. So each person, inside each like space is supposed to be 8 feet in general, unless you got really tall ceilings. So
Hmm.
12, 13 feet per story. 12, 13. Well, probably like 10 feet per story, probably closer. And noting that we have 2 like literal giants with us, well, then we got to even out with, Velociraptor. How many Velociraptors can we stack on top of each other? And how tall would that be?
We could probably get a sack that was, a towering 6 feet tall, maybe
Okay.
maybe 7 feet.
Honestly, this might work.
So are you guys going to try the stack?
Oh, we must get up to the tower first before we can attempt that. So, as per Titero's instructions, I guess we will attempt to stealth.
I look at Brawny Man and Metal Man and question, can we stealth?
We'll find out.
Okay.
Everybody make a stealth check.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hold on.
Disadvantage.
Can Tydero go ahead of everybody and try to figure out the best way, maybe most hidden path for our bigger boys, as we already rolled anyway?
I was going to say, the moment they rolled.
Oh, good. Oh, it's fine. It's Tydero that messes up. It's okay.
So you're so focused
with everyone else.
You're so worried about everyone else that you actually take a step and don't realize that there was a bit of vegetation near the edge of this bluff that just gave way, and you tumble down about 10 feet head over heels. You don't take any damage. It's not like straight down. It's like down a grassy knoll. It's embarrassing. You don't take any damage, but your pride, you take
man.
12 like a d12 of pride damage.
You all right, Titero?
Yep. I'm fine. We're fine. We're still sneaking. We're fine. I'm sure they haven't noticed. Just go on without me. I'll catch up in a second.
Are you sure? Henry tries to like offer a hand.
No. I'm sorry. Anybody over 6 foot cannot help me right now. I got it. Yep. Hold on. And he just kind of, gets himself back up, dusts himself off, and will not look anybody in the eye for the next minute. And I think that's about pretty good. Yeah. Damn.
You're having a bad day.
You're also wet. Don't forget, it's drizzling too, so you're like just utterly soaked now, even more than before.
Well, I will say he did start the night. He kind of went to bed damp, right, for certain reasons. He feels like he might have maybe accidentally made fun of the wrong person and got himself just slightly cursed, right? The karma's coming back, but it's fine. We're going to keep going. I'm sure this will not reflect badly in the future at all.
Not at all. But for the time being, everyone else, you do make your way to your feet eventually, and you're there at the base of the tower. Let me see if I can drag you guys onto there.
And we
With
still
my-
actively have Detect Magic up, right?
I do.
Correct.
It lasts 10 minutes. So
Righteous.
I will kind of not be like up against the tower, but like get the tower in my bubble, and I'm just gonna look for signs of magic.
There are lots of little magical pings. You get magical pings from the two sconces on either side of the door that have this sort of faint purple flickering light there on either side. It's just a tiny bit of evocation magic. And then there's other just various pings. There's a little bit of abjuration, a little bit all kinds of stuff. It's just this morass of different kinds of stuff.
Anything significant around the door?
Around the door itself, which is right here.
Mm-hmm.
Just the two little things on either side, and then the lock is magical as well. Something about it.
What kind of magic is it?
Does it tell you the school?
It does.
Evocation.
There's evocation magic around the lock on that door. Odds are, should we open it, it may harm us.
So don't pick the lock, is what I'm hearing.
Or
That will be up to you guys.
send a, not one of you at the point of his pets. I think that's our strategy. We don't have any lock picking.
Cough, cough.
Tydero.
Cough, cough. Yeah, no,
The
totally
rogue.
doing it. The rogue, totally.
Anyone who tries to do that just gonna explode. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, right. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's your element. Go for it. Take a shot.
I mean, my mom did tell me not to stick my fingers in potentially magic holes. So,
Would you like to attempt the window instead?
I would think maybe perhaps let's see if there's something that doesn't have a spell on it.
What is the lowest window to the ground?
It is a second-story window. And you detect there is... What's the range on it?
30 feet.
There is definitely magic of an evocation variety on every window.
Can I, now that we're closer, can I get a good look into the window? Try and discern some more details?
The top floor?
Of just any floor.
Not at this distance, no. No, from the previous perception checks, it's just hard. It's just hard to get a good look.
It's quite a shame that you are the tall metal man. Just saying, if anybody was going to get boosted up, it'd definitely be like a velociraptor size. Maybe not one of our too muscly men.
Put a hand down and offer to allow the halfling to scramble up onto my shoulders, and I could like lift you up to see if you could get a good look into the second story window.
I would. Can you lift 49 pounds, friend?
I just hold out a hand. I'm like, yes.
All right. I think that would be a perfectly agreeable plan.
All right. I keep a decent distance. I don't put them right up against the glass. I'm gonna keep the window within my bubble of detect magic, and then I'm gonna lift the halfling.
Sure. So there's actually a window just above the door, more or less.
All right. I like.
You lift him up there?
Yep. I like stay like 10 feet away from the window and like lift him up just to see if he can see into the window and see what the heck is going on with this.
Make a perception check.
And I'm perceptive, so I'm a good scout.
Okay.
15.
Looking in, I will just see if I can show you.
Oh, over there. All right.
You see any water?
There appears to be just a touch of water on the floor, and it is moving towards the left.
It's like flowing?
Mm-hmm. Away
That
from the
is-
staircase.
Flowing water into me. Wow, I was not expecting that. Okay.
Probably not good.
It's fine. It's fine.
So you see, looking in, there's wood paneling. It's a humble but very well made wooden floor, kind of a lighter wood. The stonework has a little bit of moss on it, and it's kind of triangular, maybe third of a circle size of room. Stairs are in the center. There's a couple of tables that appear to be knocked over, and then water that's moving towards the left of your view.
Speaking with my silent speech inside of Church's ears, do you think you could hold me here for a minute? I could get a particularly good look with my primeval awareness.
Give kind of yes. And kind of like lock some of my joints into place so I'm holding him super still.
Sure, so you're going to use primeval awareness?
Okay, so if I'm able to do, if I'm going to expend one of my ranger spell slots, which I don't have very many, it's one of my 3 for the day. At one of my 2 for the day, having used my ranger self forever. You try and open my every pore. I'm going to spread out my velociraptors, and for 1 minute, I detect the following types of creatures within a mile of me. Up to 6 miles if you count this as coastal. Crossing my fingers there.
Which it is.
Oh, right. 6 miles of awareness of aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
I believe you have to pick a type.
You can sense whether the following types of creatures are present. Okay.
It does say type. Well, hold on.
Focus awareness on the region around him, whether the following types of creatures. Yeah, if that's your rule, I will. Okay, so we think this is Lichstag Wizard.
Oh no, so it is all types. I just read it. So
yeah.
And do you know the type of creature?
This would be really hard to figure out.
So I know whether they are present, yes or no. I don't know where they are. I don't know their number, but oh my gosh, there's definitely celestials, elementals, and fiends within 6 miles is what I know.
There is a single elemental.
All right. Elemental.
Is it 6 miles?
if
sweet mother of
Jesus. We're in the
Jesus.
coastal area.
We're going to do this right. Hang on. Let me pull up the big map.
Oh, dear God.
Get out your pen and paper, Jacob.
Right, exactly. When the DM has to be aware of
There
everything
are-
within 6 miles of you. My
There
God.
are thousands of undead.
Oh.
That's not good. Oh, that's not good.
That's not ideal. And just to say, totally DM fiat, you don't have to tell me the location or number. It's up to you if you want, but you do not have to. The spell kind of says it.
So, okay, I'll just say what types of pings you get. You get a very small elemental ping, and that's the first one. And the way that I see this, and to kind of help thematically, is it's almost like a magical sonar that kind of goes out, and so the closer something is, it'll be not like an exact thing, but so you get a fairly quick ping for elemental. Fairly shortly after that, you do get a slight ping for dragon, a large ping for aberration, and then a large ping for undead.
Oh. Oh.
There. Oh no.
So this is a good area.
Oh no.
Pass that along to our board, and I'm going to silence.
Oh, and then there is a fae as well. There's a fae one.
Just toss one more on there, just for the fun of it.
Which you guys actually, you know about the fae one. There were fairy dragons
We do. There is
in the
a
woods.
rather playful fairy dragons.
All right, I'll make sure that this gets on the board if I survive. And I use one of my spell slots, so
That
we did a
was
good spell.
valuable.
That we learned a lot there. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, so you guys like briefly saw the color drain from Kakoko's face just for half a second.
Are you all right?
Speaking silently and using the silent speech ability. I've just never. There's just so many undead. My gods.
That is a problem.
And aberrations too. Just shudders.
So now that you have that information, the water is no longer present, by the way.
Oh, it left during that minute?
Mm-hmm.
Did it seem like? Does it seem like the elemental? I mean, no, there's an elemental. I mean,
It was moving in a way that you would not expect. If there was water in the room, you'd probably expect it reasonably to go down the stairs. But instead it was going to the side, almost
patrolling?
like a riptide.
So I'm getting like water weird vibes or water elemental or water buffet or something vibes. Okay, all right. I will let everybody know that was silent speech. And I'm ready to go down unless we want me to try and headbutt the window or something.
No, I think you have done plenty, and I will let him down.
All right.
Okay.
Tidero, would you be comfortable with breaking into one of these windows?
I mean, it sounds like there's no way we're gonna enter this without setting off something. So by breaking in, do you want the loud way or the quiet way in strong quotation marks? Since it's all spelled
So
up.
I have a
Going to
question for
explode anyways.
I have a question for the DM. So
course.
the evocation feeling that I'm getting from the lock, is it the same? Is it kind of the same strength that I'm getting from the windows as well?
It's less in the lock than it is the windows. The windows is it's a window that seems to be able to be open from the inside, like a classic raising window. Because it's like one of those the lower parts it's a rectangle, the mid part's a rectangle, and the top part's an arch. So the bottom part, that latch there, has an evocation right there. And the ones in the windows are stronger than the door.
Whoa.
I get the feeling that the door may be the safest way in, despite the feeling that I'm getting that it may be trapped.
I mean, not that I've broken into any place ever before, but that seems a little counterintuitive. But
Can I take a look at this door?
Sure you can. It is a fairly straightforward arched doorway, simple, what looks like a brass doorknob, and then a knocker that is like an owl whose wings come down. And it has this seal, which if you'd like to make a history check, you can see what it is. But this round seal, so you would grab it and the wings would swing up with the seal and knock on the owl's tail. That's down below.
All right. Okay.
Not
Nine.
You're not sure what it is.
Does anyone know what this is?
Is anyone proficient in history?
No.
No.
I
Yeah.
actually am, and
strangely enough, yes.
Taitaro can also roll.
It's like the negative intelligence.
I mean, it comes out to a 0. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, these
You're not
rolls
sure.
are not.
It's like
got no clue.
it looks.
I wasn't paying attention that day. Sorry.
It has these arcane glyphs in it that you don't recognize because you don't have any sort of magical background or training. But they don't appear to be anything super special about that. But it's not something you recognize fully.
Can I tell how sturdy this door is?
Not really, just by looking at it. I mean, you can make a pretty good approximation.
Is it made of wood? Is it made of metal?
It's a solid wood door. But you don't know how thick it is.
Can Can Tidero attempt to sneak around maybe the circumference of this tower
Absolutely
and see
can.
if there's any, I don't know, storm drain thing like that? Just kind of get an idea what's around the rest of this. This went so well last time.
How wide of an arc do you want to make around it?
I think he's gonna actually stay pretty close to it with the idea if
Sure.
somebody's looking out the window, right? You'd have to look maybe kind of straight down to see him.
Totally. Yeah.
I rolled a 13 there.
You don't see any storm drains or anything like that.
Hmm. Nobody like left a window open conveniently.
It doesn't appear to be so. You do notice as you get to the back of the house at about, from the screen that you are seeing, about the 12 o'clock position, right about here. It's a little cooler. Just very briefly.
What?
Cooler.
Huh.
Is it coming directly? Do I feel like a breeze or anything or a draft coming from the tower?
I'm figuring you're sort of up against the tower, and as you're sort of like brushing up against the stones go from being cool because it's, mid 50s to like 40 degrees cold against your hand for an area of about maybe that big.
Interesting.
About 1.5 to 2 feet.
Does it ever heat? If Tidero pauses for a moment, kind of, does it heat back up at any point, or does it remain cold in this spot, kind of consistently?
It's very cold.
If he inspects it, there's no cracks or anything in the wall. Nothing.
Nope.
Okay.
There's a small amount of external condensation, as you would expect from a colder surface, but it's very faint.
Okay. I believe Tidero will make his way back around.
My friends, that very annoying and very dispiriting sound in the background is my pager going off. So I will do my very best to return as quickly as possible. I'll send a message update in a moment, but potentially this could be.
Are you okay with us playing your character, or would you like to have a Deus Ex Machina switch for one of the NPCs?
I am okay with you playing my character.
Oh, wow. Well, I will not roll
Are
for
you sure about that?
I swear I got all my nat ones out already.
I mean, we'll keep you out of the fight. She'll just fire arrows with Pikmins on them.
All right. I do think I will take a Deus Ex Machina. I'll take NPC and I will do my very best to return as quickly as possible.
That is totally fine, and we will use the good old fashioned healthcare hero.
All right, friends. Yes. All right. I'll be back if at all possible, and I'll message you guys an update.
Of course.
See you shortly.
Cool.
So, as a quick aside, let's look quickly through the NPC list for you guys. And to retcon it slightly, this individual who you pick was going with you, and Kakaku said that he would try and catch up.
Okay. Honestly, I think can we have an arcane caster? Is there a caster?
There's Irmist.
Someone with magic? Oh, could we have recruited Aramis to take a look at this lock and see if she can figure out what's going on with it?
So there's Irmist, there's Alex, who's the so you guys can actually look at their character sheet. Alex is an illusionist wizard. They are the one who did a little bit of painting of you whenever you first arrived, or the Velociraptors. Irmist is a Fey sorcerer or Fey warlock. Aladron is a celestial warlock. Gunnar Balderson is a valor bard, and that is it for casters because they killed the other one.
I was not involved in that.
Whoops.
She just got murked. So you guys can look at it in the NPC section. You can actually see all of them, and you can actually look and say which one you guys would like.
Who is the Celestial again?
Aladron Solus.
Aladron Solus. What a great name.
You can see their backstory. You can learn a little bit about them, as you would learn around the camp.
I'm kind of feeling maybe one of the warlocks, probably the Fey one, honestly. Because I don't think we need any more healing, not with the Celestial Warlock. So, like, someone who has, like, someone who can probably identify what the heck is going on with the lock. Actually, I could probably do that, actually. Can I?
She's
I mean,
So you can look at their
text notes.
spell list if you want.
'cause I have identify, but I'd have to touch the lock.
Sure.
Mm,
And I'm wondering if I'm gonna get tased.
So
My head
Alex has they have force transposition, chromatic orb, color spray, detect magic, mage armor, magnify gravity, disguise self, illusory script, mirror image, phantasmal force, and skywrite. And then Ear Mist has cause fear, fairy fire, sensual motion, hex, invisibility, misty step, calm emotions, and phantasmal force. So none of them have identify, unfortunately.
mhm.
I could. I don't want to touch. I just want someone with arcane abilities who could like just examine the lock without touching it.
Sure.
I'm just gonna also throw this out there though. One of them does have shape water.
Ooh, yeah, let's take that one.
Might be useful. I don't know if that's definitely cheating in meta, but that
Maybe.
at the very least, if anybody even can like just cause a distraction, I think any of them will be actually decently useful. I think we can get creative with any of them.
Honestly, you had a bad rep with Aramis, so let's take the Celestial Warlock.
Oh, you're gonna take Aladron?
Yeah, we'll take Aladron.
Okay. Not Alex?
Oh, what is Alex?
Alex is the illusion wizard.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Just saying, because you said you didn't want another healing person.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then I'd say let's bring Alex. We knew we were going to some sort of mage's tower. It would make sense that we brought a mage.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
So there they are on the map, and Kakwako
Okay.
has
Mm-hmm.
fled.
Can we ask him to just examine the lock? Don't
Them.
touch it, but just examine it. See if he can not
They.
identify, but like just do like an Arcana check on the lock.
Sure. Just so you know, Alex is they them.
Oh, go man. All right.
They are happy to do so. One of you guys can roll an Arcana check for them.
Want me to do it?
Go for it. Yeah, they're.
I'm just gonna roll a d20 for them. Natural 20.
So they go up, and it's interesting. You've seen this before. They pull out like almost this little watercolor book, and their wand has these bristles on the tip of it, and so they almost dip a little bit, and they kind of very just faintly trace it on what looks almost like paint thinner around the doorknob, and they just kind of look for a second. And then you almost see like tiny beads of color there. And then they turn and look at you, Taichiro. They're like, I would be very careful touching that, but it doesn't trigger until you turn the doorknob.
Just like my mama said, don't stick your fingers in holes you don't know what they do. Okay.
Okay.
They turn very slightly red. Don't know what to say for that, and take like 6 steps back.
Why did your mom give you that advice?
It's good advice.
Case Church is gonna walk up and is going to cast Identify on the lock because it doesn't trigger
On the
until the
lock?
doorknob. Yeah, so I want
you
to know
ritually-
exactly. I can. I think I should. Just because I don't want to waste spell slots.
Is that time sensitive?
Yeah, it's 10 minutes. Honestly, I think it's best if I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna do
Okay.
it ritually.
Sure. So it is a simple trigger that will essentially, it's like a very mild cold rune. So if you turn the knob, you will take cold damage. Specifically, you will take 4d6 cold damage.
Well, that's
could.
not so bad. Can't we just use a mage hand to open it up?
Who has Mage Hand?
Good question. As I check our new spellcaster.
Yeah, does he have Mage Hand? Do they have
They.
Mage Hand?
That's a great question.
They do have hand.
Okay.
This
go
is why
ahead
you
and
bring wizards.
go ahead and
Why you
pick
bring
the.
wizards?
So
Does the lock need to be picked? I guess is the first question.
You have not checked if the door is locked or not. That is a rogue
Step
thing.
one.
Church is gonna put his arms out and is gonna like kind of back everyone up and allow Alex to work their magic. Literally.
They go over to like the edge of, so they're barely peeking out, and you see them dab a couple things and almost paint this hand that then apparates and goes out and grabs onto the doorknob, and then they sort of, with a little flick of the wand, it turns, and at first there's like a pause, and then it's this burst of cold. How far back were you?
That's
Like, I'm
question.
like not in front of the door. I'm like,
So you're like off to the side of the door? Okay,
Yeah, we're
if you
off to
pulled
the
everyone
side.
up, okay, because it's a 30-foot
Yeah.
cone.
Yeah, no, I pulled everyone back.
So it
'cause
actually,
I-
like-
assume nobody is sticking their face right by it at the very least.
It
but-
destroys that tree that's right here. It just absolutely just
Ooh.
not knocks it over, but it in the same way that after an ice storm, it's covered in ice.
And that was a tiny spell. Imagine what was on the windows. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that would probably not be a good idea. You see, there's like, in that classic wizard way, somewhere between fear and like absolute elation at seeing crazy magic shit, Alex is like, so do we go in now?
Yes, we go in.
Wait. Do you sense anything else? Do you sense any other cones of cold that are going to come blasting
I
out?
still have detect magic up, which was the main reason why I didn't want to go through the full 10 minutes of identify. Do I sense any, like, after the rune goes off, Church's kind of gonna lean and look into the doorway and is going to let detect magic flow into there. And I would also like to make a perception check if I could, to kind of examine the innards of the first floor.
Please make the perception check, and I'll let you know what magic you see.
Okie dokie, perception. Wow.
Well,
It's
not bad.
I have a +7.
There's been worse.
So you look in and you see there's not any clear, there's lots of small bits of magic, tiny dots of evocation, which at first kind of sets you on edge, but then you see that they're just these sort of blinking purplish lights that are kind of dancing and slowly moving, just like maybe 6 inches below the ceiling, kind of this random pattern just kind of floating. And then there is another source of evocation magic on a table. So as you step in, it's, let me make it so you guys can see it.
I will say, as Church peeks his head in, Tidero kind of, lightly brush his arm. Not sure if you feel that, and kind of whispers like, keep an eye out for the furthest wall. There was some intense cold there that I'm now particularly worried about.
So there's two doors you can see. When you go in, there's an immediate spiral staircase that spirals towards the left, so it goes up on the left. There's 2 doors you see, and then there's a small table to the right, which has a tiny faint bit of what would be enchantment magic on it.
Do I sense any significant magic on the floor itself?
No.
I believe it is safe. Can we peek?
Are we
Oh,
creeping in?
how loud was that rune?
About like an M80.
Okay. There's no point anymore then.
Let's just stomp on through.
And it actually, it destroyed the door.
Oh,
You didn't have to worry about it. It just blew up the door.
oh dear.
Brawny
Okay.
Man or Metal Man, either of you
can-
want to go first?
Henry can go first.
There you
Be
go, my
a
brave
flesh shield.
soul. Put those muscles to good work.
Okay. So do I put myself at the door or?
You can move however you want in there.
Church swore that carpet wasn't going to eat you. So I think it's generally safe to walk in.
And as you step into the middle of the carpet, it's wet. Kind of squelches underneath your feet.
I will go next after our tank.
Sure.
And
Is the whole floor wet?
There are traces of water on the whole floor, yes.
Tiger is going to slip in, but he's going to kind of keep his back to a wall like a good little rogue. We're going to, I guess, slip in right over here.
I'm going to purposefully keep Alex behind me.
Mm-hmm. Let's not kill this one.
Because Squishy Wizard. That, and I'm fond of this one.
Of course. Alex, as they're going in, they quick paint this rune across their chest and then over both their shoulders, and you see this sort of, they cast mage armor, and it's sort of across their whole body.
Take out the shield and have a hand on the mace. And I would like to, so I've got detect magic, so we've got enchantment on the table.
Yes, a very small, very, very small source of enchantment on the table.
Can I walk over and look at it?
You can. There's a ring on the table.
I'll kind of look at Alex and be like, "Is your hand still out? Can you lift that?"
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And the hand kind of comes over. Do we want to step back?
If I might step in here, my shiny friend, I am also attracted to the glitter jewels and treasures that we could find here, but perhaps we do our looting after we've cleared out this tower and made sure it's safe.
Perhaps you are right. I will step forward and will start examining the nearest door. Titero,
There are two of them. Here on the right.
You said that a side of the tower was particularly cold. Which side?
My guess, granted I don't know the layout here, but probably through that north door there, over to the left of the stairs.
That's correct, based on what you felt.
Mm-hmm. Am I getting any magic from that door?
The door itself, no.
Are you sure about that? Says Titero as he goes.
I'm gonna walk forward, and I'm going to stop, and I'm going to listen.
You hear a soft, almost breeze-like noise. It's constant.
Is there like a keyhole or something? Is something I can look through?
No.
A gap?
No. You can try and look under the door if you want.
I'll lean down and look under the door.
Okay, make a perception. Do you have dark vision?
I don't think so.
So make a perception check with disadvantage.
Crud. I beat
18, not bad.
Not bad at all. So looking in, you can see it's a little bit, though, the door is definitely warped. So there's a bit more of a space than you had initially expected. And the floor seems to have sloped a little bit too, maybe just sinking on its foundations or something like that. So you actually have a pretty decent hole you can see. And there's about a 1.5 foot ring of, it's like a light. It's like a circle of light on the wall. And you can feel as you're leaning down is like air, cooler air coming through.
I detect magic get through the wall, get through this door?
And but as you're looking underneath, I believe it's visual. And I believe the wording is that you can see within 60 feet.
Oh. Is that a portal?
It appears to be.
Oh, good.
Very small. And there is another one right next to it that appears to be inactive.
So are we keeping this door closed, or?
And again, just for context, it's only about 1.5 feet wide.
Things could come through. A part of me wishes to examine it.
Do we do this first or last? Because I believe we've had a sighting of something in here. I'm just wondering, do we open up the can now or later?
Perhaps we should clear this tower first.
Is there anything we can, like, put in front of this door?
Yeah, does the door open outward or inward?
The door opens inward.
Damn.
We cannot block it.
Do you have any extra nails?
I do.
We could.
I pull out a couple really long nails and I pull out a hammer and I'm just gonna really quickly hammer some nails to I'm gonna hammer the door shut.
Wait, let Bronny do that. Wait, Henry, this is meant for you.
Oh, yeah, I'll hand it to him and I'm going to step into the spiral staircase and keep watch.
I mean, we've made some noise already.
If you want, I can try something. So Alex is going to really quick wave the paintbrush and paint what looks like a little rat. It's like a little 2D cast minor illusion. It makes like a little tiny 2D rat that, because Illusion Wizard can also make squeaking noises, goes underneath the door, kind of goes in front of the portal, and then comes back. Well, we know it's not going to attack something, at least. And they dispel the illusion.
We may as well deny something coming through it, should something bad happen.
That makes sense.
Henry?
I think you cut out there.
Oh dear.
Sounds good to me.
All right. While you nail this door shut, I will, and Church is going to step into the spiral staircase and kind of look up.
As you look up, it's weird. You turn, and at first you think you're looking at a mirror.
I jump back.
And then it's like you, but made of water. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Are we abyssing this? Let's do it.
Oh no, my initiative ain't great. I got a 0.
Oh, wow.
I got a 0 initiative. I rolled a 0.
Can you roll for our dear wizard friend as well?
I have my shield out.
Oh wow, 21 initiative. Holy cow.
Boom! Shall I roll for Alex, or did somebody do that already?
I can do it.
They didn't do half bad. All right.
All right,
Problem
so...
being a speedy boy.
And sorry, just trying to move windows around.
I'm in danger.
Who would have thought? After exploding a door and hammering into a door, it would summon something.
Ooh. So your yeah, very nice. So Taitoro, your reflexes immediately kick in. You're on high alert, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, this is bad. This is very, very bad, and we need to be fighting or flighting. So you see this watery version of Church come down.
Oh,
what do you
goodness. Well, I mean, if there was ever a chokehold, if there was ever like something to pin, and this seems like a good opportunity. I hope I friends feel the same way. Not that I'll be too helpful with this. I think Tidero is going to pull out his short bow immediately. I'm guessing there's not too many places to hide. If he looks around, is there any cover or anything he can duck around?
There is a stool right there and a table. But there's also those 2 doors, one on either side.
True. This stairwell here, I see that there's kind of like a circular thing going around. Is that a wall, or is that just marking out where the stairs begin? Essentially, can I see this thing? Or is it currently
From
like,
where you're at, no. You just hear Church jump back, and you know when Church jumps back and bring the shield up, that means business.
Yep. Stuff is happening. Okay, well, unfortunately, I think we're just gonna have to roll and go for it. I mean, I think Tidero moves over to kind of where this statue guy is. He's gonna pull out his short bow. How comfortable does he feel shooting around Church here? Does that look likely? Okay.
I'm not moving. I'm not moving.
I mean, if anything, you're made out of metal, right? How much can a short bow hurt you, right? I think he goes ahead and fires.
Make your attack.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, we do not start off good. Solid 7.
Yeah, so you loose your arrow, and it's weird as the thing puts the shield up, it bounces off and it makes a sound that you have heard before when things bounce off Church's shield.
Guys, we going? We staying? What's the plan here?
That's the end of your turn.
Mm-hmm.
And it is now the Metamorph's turn. I just need to pull up Church's spell list.
Crud. Is it me?
Oh, good.
I did not prepare a whole lot of offensive spells. Most of my stuff is healing.
You do always have Craftsman's Hammer prepared. At 2nd level. Then... Oh, where did this go? What's your AC, by the way?
My AC is 18.
Okay, cool. Then it is going to... Sorry, give me 1 second. This is... I need to look at the exact wording of the spell that I wrote here, because this is actually important. This wording.
When you're interpreting that, make sure you choose like the easier of the options, the one that
Totally.
hurts us the least. Okay.
Melee weapon attack. Okay, see, that's important. So it's going to move forward up to Church, and then it is going to make an attack roll. $25 hits you?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So you take...
It's gonna hurt.
You need to make a con save, and you take 14 bludgeoning damage as it comes forward, and then you watch as it raises its weapon, and then it suddenly almost is just like... It'd be like if you opened up the bottom of a dam. It's just like this slam of water that just crushes into your body. And you are knocked prone. So just boom, it hits you and it just knocks you off your feet. And Craftsman's Hammer also triggers. So you take 3d6 fire damage. I'm just gonna roll it physically because me trying to type frustrating way. So you take 9 fire damage as well.
Okay.
And that is its turn.
Okay. Okay.
Next up is Alex. If you guys don't want to control Alex, I can. It's only up to you.
I can help. I guess.
Church, do you have any resistances?
I do not.
Okay, that's good to know. Because
I'm
remember,
low enough. I'm low enough level that I don't have any resistance.
with Alex's force transposition, they can change the damage type of spells. They have chromatic orb and they have magnified gravity.
What does magnified gravity do?
That sounds really fun.
It doesn't say. Didn't put a description.
It is Dunamancy spell. The gravity in a 10-foot sphere centered on a point you can see each creature in the sphere. So probably not because it's a 10-foot sphere and it's all creatures with a slowing speed.
Okay. I vote for Phantasmal Force.
Sure, yeah.
So it needs to make an intelligence saving throw. And if memory serves, I think... Do you think we should do something clever or just make it think it's on fire?
It is water. I don't know how scared it is of fire. Just throwing
It's psychic damage.
I'm pretty
so-
sure it fails,
I get
yeah.
it, but
That is a...
like maybe sponge. Is it like does a sponge appear?
That is a 4
Yeah,
for a saving
no
throw,
way.
so...
No way. So it is now suffering from Phantasmal Force, which I believe... Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah, so as they cast it, they're like, are we doing this?
Okay, you can pick an illusion.
While the target is affected by the spell, the target treats the phantasmal as if it was real. The target rationalizes any logical outcomes.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We're going to have it. How about it sees another enemy? Like maybe it summons an illusory Kako that like runs in with his velociraptors and starts doing damage
Totally,
to it.
yeah. No, I think that's
So
very
as
reasonable.
It runs, like he like does a cool backflip behind it and starts attacking it from behind. So it's
Okay, sure.
So it
How much psychic damage does it take?
it's 1d6.
Okay.
I'm still voting for SpongeBob. Giant sponge comes in.
It does 1d6 psychic damage to it, and it's concentration, so each round.
So 2 psychic damage.
Okay, to start.
Hey, first blow.
And I'm gonna request that Alex maybe get out of the room. like,
Just leave.
Hide.
Yeah, Alex will 100% do that. So right around the corner, so they are around
hide the
there,
door,
and
so they're like getting like 3/4 cover from
Totally.
this thing.
yeah, I think it's very reasonable. That is Alex's turn. So Henry, you're up.
Henry turns to Tydero real quick and says, hey, might have been a good idea with the sponge. Do you think we could use this rug?
You want to throw the rug at it?
I fucked it up.
Let's try hitting it first, but it might help clean up the mess later.
He'll be like, I require assistance.
Okay, so he goes running up as close as he can without so Church is prone, so he tries to get as close to it without stepping on Church. And yeah.
Yeah, you definitely can.
The swing.
Sure. Are you gonna rage?
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
there
So
we go.
you rage and you run up. Go ahead and make your attack.
Okay, so what do I need to add for
So here's a question: is it a longsword or is it a great axe?
going to try. Oh, I don't have the great axe list yet.
Well, because you have, so it's great X is just 1d12. It'd be the same roll for the attack, but it's just 1d12 or 1d12 damage.
Okay.
But it also means you don't have a shield on.
Okay. So I'll try. Well, then I'll try the sword so that I can have a shield.
Totally. Yeah. Go ahead and make your attack.
And what do I click for attack?
You should just. You can even just roll a d20. Let me see if your sheet. So if you click the Rune Forged Sword, that'll do it properly, and then we'll just roll damage a little differently.
Okay. And then I add the one.
So it's a 9 to hit, which unfortunately, well, so I will give you advantage in flanking because it thinks that it is surrounded.
Okay.
It's a 14 hit?
A 14. What's your AC, Church?
AC's 18.
So it does not hit. Again, off the shield, and it's weird. You expected it to hit water, but as you swing down with your weapon and it hits the edge of the shield, it's like hitting metal. It boom, kind of rebounds off like you'd expect from metal.
Fuck.
So that is your attack, your movement, and your bonus action. Anything else on your turn for the rest of your movement, or do you want to stay there with Church?
So Church is like back up, right?
Church is still prone.
I'm awake. I'm on the ground. When it's my turn, I'm gonna move, but...
Okay, so I can't like lend a hand to help him up.
Not after using your action, bonus action, no.
Okay. Then I guess I'm done.
All right. Church, you are up.
Gonna get up.
Half your movement.
I'm gonna use half my movement to stand. I'm gonna look at this thing. So is it actually holding anything metal? Or is it just imitating metal?
It looks like water. It looks like
Okay.
fast moving water, but in the shape of a shield, an exact replica of you.
Then my plan A is not gonna work, so I'm gonna go plan B. I'm gonna action disengage because I'm hurt.
Sure.
And I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna let Brawny Man handle this. And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
What kind of weapon do you summon?
A giant hammer.
So you summon the giant hammer where at?
Right above its head.
Sure. Go ahead and make your spiritual weapon attack.
Okay. That's... Okay. Yeah, spiritual weapon. Come on, baby. 18!
That hits.
So that's 12 force damage.
12 force damage. All right. Yeah, so the hammer drops down, and as it slams into it, it's like it slams into your head. And it's weird because it hits the impact of metal, but as it actually impacts its body, it's almost like the metal became like gelatin for a moment, and then reformed. It's odd. It's all very weird. That's your turn?
I'm actually, yeah. Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Taithro, you're up.
We still doing this, guys? Oof, goodness. And Sarah, I just added those 2 weapons to your sheet, just heads up. Man, okay. Tiger's gonna, do a quick glance at Church here. How beat up do you look, man? Are you a little dented? Is it looking rough? I mean, what's the...
I'm a little dented. I'm over half health. Like, it didn't take me down as much as it sounded. It was not as bad as it looked.
Okay.
It's not as bad as it looked. I'm okay.
I believe, man. I'm definitely stalling a little bit as I check my audacity skill. Is it?
Oh, Rakish Audacity?
Yeah, Is
You
it
don't-
when I'm
well, you-
alone, or is it when I'm with another group?
Well, you don't need rankish audacity is just from you're alone. You still get sneak attack because Henry is within 5 feet of it.
It just
Yeah,
means
okay.
that you can mono a mana as a rogue.
Okay, all right, good. Just
And I also,
checking.
is that the one that makes it so you can get a free disengage when you hit someone with a weapon?
That
That's-
is cunning action, or is that fancy footwork?
I think that's
Fancy
fancy
footwork.
footwork.
That's
That's
fancy
fancy
footwork.
footwork.
Do you have
So
that one
could
as well?
run up- you could run up,
Yeah.
stab it, and run away.
Yeah, we got
That's right.
it.
God,
Yeah,
freaking swashbucklers
Oh,
at
yeah.
level 3, man. They get such good shit.
I love swashbucklers. So good, so good. All right. He kind of runs by as he runs past Brawny here. We do a quick slap in the back on Henry, like, okay, let's do this. He did have his. Is it an action or a bonus action to
It's a
change
free
out
action.
weapon? Free, okay.
For a single weapon swap, it's a free action.
All right. We pull out that rapier. Let's go. Okay.
Does Tidero get advantage because of the phantasmal force?
Yes.
Oh, buddy.
Come
All
on,
right.
Ty.
Ty is here. He does a quick glance at Church, like, hey, we gotta back up. We gotta back out. Like, let's make this choice quickly. But does a quick little parry over at with his rapier.
Oh my god.
And he can't roll, so it doesn't matter. But he looks cool doing it. Does he really?
You do.
though?
You,
But
so
he
you
feels
you
cool.
pirouette around in this beautiful display of footwork, patting Henry on the back as you do, and then you swing your rapier in a flourish, and it would have been perfect, except you're not used to doing it indoors, and the tip barely caught against the stonework, and that messed up your strike. It didn't actually block it. It's just that you actually kind of shot yourself in the foot a little bit, but it was a good attempt. That's all.
Good attempt. You didn't hit it.
You still have a bonus action.
Yeah, but he.
And because you made an
is gonna-
attack, it cannot
think
do
you
opportunity
gotta-
attacks against you.
I think you. No, I think you have to hit it to.
I think it's make an
avoid-
attack.
No, it's just make an attack. You don't have to hit.
It does say. Oh, it does say. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. He doesn't go far. He just backs up to like check on Church over here. He's not gonna quite leave his friends without, we're not gonna. He's not quite the turn and tail type of dude. Just does a quick like pat on Church, like, okay, yeah, you good, man? You good? How you feeling? Also, is that you? I thought you said you were good with water.
I look incredulously at Tidero, if that's possible for a robot to look incredulous.
That you do.
My reaction.
So, as a free action, it's the Metamorph's turn. It is going to drop its morph. So the water surges and you see it turn into this sort of almost slightly, this androgynous, almost humanoid form. But it's weird because these like faces seem to come out of all parts of its body. It doesn't have like a head. It's just like this massive water that like arm will come out, and then like a head will come out, and then like another arm will come out. It's very unsettling. It is then going to use a bonus action to essence shift, and it is going to take 6 points of strength and shift it to dexterity. So it now has 20 dexterity. And then as action, it will torpedo. It will turn into this massive ball of water that shoots through all of you guys outside. And every single one of you needs to make a strength saving throw.
All right.
Including the wizard who is behind a wall?
Yes, but they get advantage.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Oh, nope. Nope. I thought I saw yours and I thought it was mine. I suck. Ow.
No.
Ow.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm not doing too good.
You have advantage. You have advantage because you're raging, so you got the 19.
You're good. Uh-huh.
On a strength save? I thought it was only dex saves, because danger sense.
I thought you had. Oh, I think that's strength checks.
Strength checks and dex saves with danger sense, I'm pretty sure.
No.
Wait, just for
because
raging.
rage. Because rage. You've got strength stuff with rage. Yeah, you have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws while you're raging, and you are raging.
Guys, give me just a second, okay?
Oh, dear.
Absolutely.
God, let's not kill the other wizard.
Hey, Church, you still got the umbrella? You might need it.
I doubt this umbrella is going to be of use during this encounter.
Look, man, we've all had crazy ideas. We've started with the, 3 people in a trench coat. We've got mop it up with the rug. Maybe the umbrella might do something. We never know.
Look, Mr. Brawny's here.
Honestly, if anybody's gonna mop up this mess, we are well kitted. We've got an umbrella. We've got Mr. Brawny. I think this is gonna be a piece of cake.
You're the one who keeps suggesting we run.
You're the one who's a little dented at the moment.
I'm fine. I've got over half.
Yeah, if we get outside, then there will be plenty of places for us to run. Maybe
I've got
the dragon.
I've got over half health. I'm fine.
Oh, that's right. Do we know about that?
No.
Yeah, he whispered. Yeah.
I mean, we know about it, but we don't know where it is. Like,
We don't know
it's
where
6
it is.
miles. Like, who knows? Who knows what 6 miles?
That's not that hard. I feel like, especially for a dragon.
I don't want to fight a dragon.
It'd be, you know what? It'd be entertaining. And that's what we're here for, entertainment, right?
We'd totally die.
Well, maybe the dragon will fight the elemental.
If things get bad, we can just jump through that unknown portal.
The one behind the door we nailed shut.
Wait,
It's all right. We're all pretty strong.
wait, you
Keep
felt
that down.
a cold room. Could we lure it into the cold room so that it'd freeze?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how well that'll work. I kind of think we should just hit it.
Should we open a window on it and maybe blast it with a cone of cold? Is it direct?
Well, whoever opens the window is also gonna get blasted with a cone of cold.
Not if it's supposed to keep things out, right? If you open it from the inside, would it shoot out that way?
We have no guarantee that that's
We
gonna
have
happen.
no guarantee, but again, we are here for entertainment. I'm just throwing out ideas.
Say we go into the. I say we open the door to the cold room. and try
Well,
to-
we have to save the wizard's life first, who is being threatened by this thing.
That's true.
Like, one thing at a time. Let's take care of the immediate danger first before we do some crazy plan.
New plan, we throw the ring at it, right? Everything's cold theme in this building, which I've determined by opening one door. Throw the ring at it, and it'll freeze.
I mean, worth a shot.
Henry's with me. Between the two of us, we have one good brain cell. We have plans over here.
Hey, the rug. If the rug's not going to work,
Church is over there. He's like smart computing. He's trying to figure it out. We're just
All
like,
right.
what about this?
Did you guys
Soak
do
it
the
up.
math?
we soak
We
it up
have
in the rug and
so
then we
many
throw it
plans.
in the room.
Okay, so how much damage does the wizard take? Is he dead?
Did they make their save?
We haven't even tried yet.
Let me make the save for. Yeah. Bam, that. My bad.
Oh, I'm so
Alex,
worried.
Strength save, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, come on.
Oh wait, you want me to do it?
-3. Let's go.
They have advantage.
They
so they
do.
got nat 20. So they got nat 20. Yes!
The best of all of us.
They got
All
a
right.
natural 20.
So, Church and
No, Henry got a 19.
Henry got a 19.
So
It is-
just
They are-
just church.
It is at advantage?
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah, we
consider
checked.
raging.
That's awesome.
Because he's raging.
So only Church. So Church,
Yeah.
you take
Throw it
5
away.
bludgeoning damage, and you
Ow.
are again knocked prone.
Man, Church.
Everyone else takes no damage. As you just sort of,
bowled over.
yeah, you just all sort of against the water, and Alex doesn't. They don't push up against the water. They just against the side, against the side of the tower, as the water comes rushing past. So it is now out there, and that is its turn.
only we had a door to lock it out of.
Next up is Alex. So Alex is now. This thing. So yeah, this thing shot past it, so it's like right near that tree.
Okay.
It's not in melee.
Okay. Okay. Do you want me to take this round, or do you?
Who, me?
No, I'm talking. Sorry, I'm talking to Lizzie. Or
Does Alex
are we Jaegering Alex?
You guys are. It's up to you. You guys usually control the NPCs though. It gives you an extra head on
we-
board.
Why can't
Does
we all
Alex
just
want
like
to come back inside?
Yeah.
Yeah. There is
can't,
no
there's no
door. The
door.
door got destroyed by
Oh.
the rune. Well, one thing. It takes 1d6 psychic damage as all of the little velociraptors follow it.
When can it repeat its save?
The end of its turn, so it technically could have repeated its save.
Oh, it could have. Well, let me do that real quick.
And it's intelligent, right?
It's an intelligence saving throw.
No, it does not make it.
Ah, yes.
All right, so it takes another d6 of psychic damage as Alex flees into the room.
So it takes 3 psychic damage.
Yeah, on their way out though, let's do some testing. Let's firebolt this thing just to see how it reacts to fire.
I would like. Okay, I mean, we said it.
We
Let's
gotta
do it.
start experimenting to see what works on this thing.
I feel like, you know, you ever played Pokemon, right? And there's like this goes well against this.
Fine. How about chromatic orb?
I would say maybe that, you know, especially
What
since
type
you
of
could choose
chromatic orb would
something
you like?
How about
lightning?
How about lightning? Yeah, lightning.
Lightning damage,
Or
okay.
cold.
Which one? Cold or lightning?
I vote lightning.
Okay, so go ahead and make a
Need to do
ranged
some
spell attack.
We need to do some experimenting. Okay. Oh god, so it's not preloaded.
It should just be +5.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna roll a d20. Is its new form, does a 14 hit its new form?
Let me see.
Because it's not me anymore.
Yes, it does. It just hits.
Yeah!
Ooh, good.
So it take alright, let's roll some damage for this thing.
It looks like wait, 3d8. If the attack hits, creature takes 3d8.
Alright,
of
3d8 lightning damage. 15 lightning damage.
Yeah, so you guys see as Alex pulls open like the watercolor thing, swirls the brush across a couple colors and puts it in a circle, and it starts off as paint, and then the second time around, sparks come around it, and then it forms into this orb, and they flick their brush, and it just fires forward and right into the thing and just electrocutes it. It does not seem to be more or less effective, but it does seem to do a good chunk of damage.
Perfect. Okay, good. I was gonna make sure spells are taken off. All right, we're good.
All right, who's next? I think that's
Yep.
Alex.
Next up is Henry.
lightning does work on it.
Yes.
I don't think that a sword is going to make it, at least.
You haven't even hit it yet.
Remember, it's actually down by one level for Alex because they cast Mage Armor. I put that mark down already.
Oh, all right. I got it.
Already did. Already did. All right, they have 2
Perfect.
slots.
Good, thank you.
Sorry, go ahead.
You haven't even tried to hit it yet. I mean, you've tried, but like we need to experiment before we cross some things off.
Okay, Henry will go running out and try and hit it again.
You actually have to duck going through the door. The doorway is 6 foot tall, so you actually have to duck as you're barreling through. Just the juggernaut of a man.
Yeah, get him.
So you run right out there.
Okay.
Is it still longsword form? Make your attack.
Go for it.
And
Sword of Heroes?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think I put it incorrectly. If people look at it, it looks weird. Please note.
Wait, which one do I...
There's a Sword of Heroes longsword and a Sword of Heroes great axe. The first one is the longsword. 1d8, right? The longsword.
Yeah.
That hits.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
And that deals 10 slashing damage. Wow.
Plus rage damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so add
2?
2?
Hang on.
I think so.
Let me check.
Mm-hmm.
What level are you, Henry?
3.
It's 3 damage. It's 3 damage. So it's plus 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure about that?
At 3rd level, rage damage. Oh no, that's. Oh nope, never mind. I was looking at the amount of rages you have, not with your plus rage damage. So it is plus 2. It's been a long.
Yeah. So
time
Henry,
since I played Barbarian.
you're not expecting much. You run forward, you charge and swing with your longsword, and it cuts through this creature, not like through water, but it's almost as if you're grabbing and tearing into a membrane and tearing into it. And you do the full amount of damage
Nice. Okay. Good to know.
with your magic sword. That is anything else you want to do, Henry? You're out there, you're in its face, you're angry.
Henry turns to Tyro and it says, "We're doing this."
Okay. Turns to. Okay. I was gonna say, don't leave. Don't get. If you leave, you get an opportunity attack.
Fair enough. Church, you're up.
Get up again. And then, as annoyed as a robot can look, I will violently gesture, and my spiritual weapon will fly and attack again.
Can it make it is the question.
20 feet, which I believe it can make. 1, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so it can be right above Brawny Man and hit it within 5 feet.
So it was right here, so it can make it to here. That's not within range of it.
Well, I mean, it's flying, so like it can go over it. It's not like.
Oh, I know, but it so. Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know why you couldn't see it.
20 feet. Yeah. Sorry, we can't see that. Yeah, it can make it to the door. From the stair to the door.
Oh, sorry. It's this. The scale is wrong.
Not to say, like, according to the squares.
Wait, no, it
can-
is. So it does diagonals in this. Because if you look, it's 10.
Oh yeah, so it can't make it. Well, it's gonna try. It's gonna move 20
yeah. So it's
over
right at the door.
heads.
It's right at the door.
And Church, it's like, and is gonna dump a cure wound.
Sure. Go ahead and roll your cure wounds.
Is gonna heal. Actually, I'm gonna eat the burrito.
Eat the burrito.
I'm gonna eat the burrito, which is I believe a D4 plus 4.
Uh huh.
Did that get stuck in the gears?
I don't know, maybe. Okay, I healed
Watches
7.
this. Tyro observes how you, I don't know, consume this burrito.
As it enters your mouth, it sort of just turns into this like sort of greenish light that fills your body and cures, closes your wounds.
Doesn't even chew, just takes it out and throws it into itself.
Just throws it in there.
Yeah, and it's just like, it just kind of gets up angrily and is going to get out the shield and is going to kind of step back a little and is going to place sentinel between himself, it, and Alex.
Sure. So you're like
Best
right
you
inside the
can.
door. Right there.
Yeah, I'm like right outside the door, like ready for it
Oh,
to come
outside
in
the door,
again.
like here.
No, I'm sorry. Words. I'm right there. I'm staying
Okay.
right
Okay.
there.
Cool. Cool. So that is your turn. Top of the round. Tataro, you're up.
All right, buddy, you good? You good? I feel like I've learned something about you today. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but keep it up, man. You're good. And he rushes out the door. I guess help is spread as I check my movement speed. 30. Okay.
And you could always cunning
always-
action dash too.
Yeah, you can always
yeah.
bonus action dash.
But you know, you always want that ability to get away. It seems like a important thing in the road.
Which you have based on your.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
All right, he's there, right next to Mr. Muscles.
Mhm.
Trying really hard to also flex just as much, but you know, we'll see. If it's, no, just those muscles are not popping out today. Okay, well,
This time you actually stumble on a small ice crystal that's out there, and you very narrowly avoid stabbing Henry in the back.
Because of the phantasmal force, does it get advantage?
I'm gonna say that because it moved,
then
it now thinks that it's in front of it. It was a very clever use
Okay.
initially, but I think that now it looks like it's in front of it.
Okay.
Tyler was like, "It's cool. I was just here for emotional support anyway," and just kind of backs up to the wall a little bit.
All right, so now it is the Metamorph's turn. And it is going to... It is going to move over to here, which will technically take an opportunity attack from you, Tythro, which it's fine with.
Hydro, did you not run?
What do you mean?
Oh, you just went behind. Okay.
Yeah, I just backed up a little bit.
Alright.
Yeah. I'm sorry. It gets an opportunity to. Oh hell yeah! He's gonna try. Man, come on, please.
Hey! Finally get
Yeah?
sneak attack
Go for it.
damage.
So 7 damage, is that with your sneak attack?
Oh,
That's
that
yeah,
is
that
not
one
with
has your
sneak
strength
attack.
in there instead of your dex.
Yeah, that's not right.
what? Hold on. Let me open up the roll.
I believe it's
thing.
2d6 sneak attack damage at this level, if I remember correctly.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sneak attack is it. Okay, hold on. This is sneak attack. Wait. Did it not work?
Tytero, you should have a +6 to attack with the rapier, not a +2, not a +4.
Oh, and the sneak attack thing's not working. Oh wait. Well, there that is.
Okay, so 5.
Also, the 7 should be 9, so a total of 14.
Fair enough.
Here, yeah. You gotta
And I'm
change
guessing
that
your
to-
rapier is not quite magical.
No, it is not magical.
Okay.
It's a regular.
So
rapier.
it doesn't quite hit as hard as you think, but still, you hit it. That is an improvement.
Oh, thank goodness. Something went right today.
It is going to go so it can see Alex. It's going to use a bonus action to morph into Alex.
I'm sure that'll be fine.
Wizard.
I'm sure that'll be fine.
And then it is going to fling a chromatic orb at Alex.
It has disadvantage because he is in melee within, it's in melee within people.
It is only disadvantage if it's made at
Nope.
those people.
Nope.
It's not?
Nope. Any ranged
okay.
attack, if someone is in your face, you're not going to be able to.
It would know
won't
that.
magic?
Actually, no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't know that because it's not normally a ranged attacker. So it will take that. Oop,
Is that with magic as well, or is that
Yep.
only with?
Yep, because it specifically says
A ranged spell attack.
Ranged spell attack. If it specifically says a ranged spell attack, you still have disadvantage.
Now the good news is that this is not going to go nearly as well as I thought. That's okay though.
Uh-oh.
Why am I click rolling this when I can do it physically?
Squishy wizard.
Yeah. So that
And
as it
am I like giving him cover? Like, cause
so
I'm
as
big.
it lets out this orb, which is also a crackling lightning orb, and goes right towards Alex, it just it looks like it's going forward and then just goes right off your shield and goes wide. And that is its turn. So next up is Alex. It is their turn.
Okay. Mind if I? Or do you want to take
Oh,
this
go
round?
for it. Go for it.
Ow. Okay. Okay. First things first. Phantasmal Force. It needs to make the saving throw.
That it does. That's a -1. No, it doesn't make it.
This was the right choice. Okay. Cause all these things cost spell slots. Just for experiment's sake, I vote Firebolt.
Go for it. You've been dying to do
There's
this
nothing
firebolt
else.
thing. You've been dying for it. Go for it.
Conserve spell slots.
Shoot a firebolt at it.
19.
19 definitely hits.
That's a D10 of fire damage too.
Hits it for 2 fire damage. As it
Hey!
sizzles away some of the water.
Okay. We learned something.
We learned something today.
All right, I think that's Alex's turn, right? Unless they want to hide more.
I'm cool with them running over
I'm
here.
cool with Alex hiding.
Like Alex, like running over here to like make it so that it can't see him anymore.
they're just like trying out of the corner.
Just like getting cover from this thing. Poor Alex.
Poor Alex.
When by the way, when Alex casts Firebolt, they take a red and orange pigment, swirl it, and then just flick it, and it just turns into a firebolt.
That's cool.
I love the flavor of the painter and the magic. It's adorable.
Hopefully we don't murder him.
I'm making sure that this one stays alive.
Multiple casters. No more casters in our comic. They all die. Now it's Henry's turn. Henry, brawny man himself.
Go, Henry!
Mop him up! Use their super absorbent flannel!
Longsword's the second one, right?
The second one is the great
first
axe.
one. You can see the damage next to it says a D8. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, as a bonus action, you could put your shield away and click out the sword into a great axe.
Or you can just stab it.
I'll just go for a stab since that was my...
Sure. So yeah,
15.
15 hits.
So plus 2, so 10. 10 damage.
10 damage, alright.
Just something to note, Sarah, you either always have to hit something or something has to hit you every round for you to keep your rage going.
It is starting to look rough.
Oh, good. DM, can you describe what rough-looking water looks like?
It's choppy. Before it was this perfect, almost like still glass, like a cold mountain river as it goes over rocks. Like there's some turbulence to it, but it's very laminar. And now it's getting choppier. Like there's water kind of sputtering around it, and the speed of the water is slowing down.
Honestly, I said it's a joke, but that sounds really cool. So I'm so down.
All right. Anything else you would like to do on your turn, Henry?
We would like to get in front of Tyler.
Sure. Best you can. You're already kind of in the best position you could be, unless you want to try and get to the in the door. You're cutting out a little bit.
You're cutting out a little. Yeah. Block? I heard block. What are we blocking?
If you block church from being able to get on the
Potentially, yes, if you were to be in the doorway.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me.
He'll stay where he's at.
Fair enough. All right, next up is Church.
Alright, the spiritual weapon is going to finish sailing over to it and is going to take a swing.
Sure.
Only a 12. Whew, bummer. So instead, Toll the Dead.
Fair enough.
So it needs to make a wisdom saving throw. How wise is it?
15.
That just makes it. Curses.
So as you cast the spell, it sort of just, in a weird way, it looks like Alex, and it's kind of just got hit by Henry, so it's looking at it, and it turns its head, but it doesn't turn it this way, it turns it this way, so it goes 270 degrees around towards you.
We're just gonna move over here. Gonna keep it between it and
Fair enough.
Alex.
Nitro, you're up.
All right, Tyro emboldened with the fact that he nicked it with the toothpick he owns versus, the giant glowing axe long sword that Henry has. He's gonna try one more time. Actually, I believe what he's gonna try to do. Can he kind of strafe around to get to the other side of it?
You definitely can. With you being a swashbuckler, definitely something you can do.
Definitely some ducking, rolling, spinning, a lot more that needs to happen in order to get there.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. All right. Let's give this a shot. All right, Henry, my boy, you stay right there and look all strong and muscular. I'm gonna stab it in the back. If it heads back. Okay. All right.
You hit it? Yep.
I do in fact hit it, and a little bit of sneak attack in there. You know what? I hit it.
So don't forget to add
Tyro's
2 to that,
happy.
so it's 10 halved to 5. Because he. Oh wait, no, that's dex now. That's dex now. Okay,
he
okay,
fixed
cool.
it.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
fixed
So
yeah.
it's
it.
4.
He fixed it.
Yeah,
4 is
yeah,
half of
4.
it. So
Yeah,
you stab
uh-huh.
it in, and the head continues to spin around. So now it's like more than 360 degrees looking at you.
Thanks, I hate it.
Great. Great.
It is now the metamorph's turn.
Uh-huh.
It is going to drop its morph and shift 6 points of dexterity into, or no, 8 points of dexterity into strength. So now it's 20 strength.
Mm-hmm.
And it is going to turn and make a Riptide attack on you, Tythro.
Oh. Flex those abs. Let's take it. Oh god.
Oh god.
18 to hit.
Yes.
You take 9 bludgeoning damage and make a strength saving throw.
Well.
On.
No.
Or con saving throw, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry.
Oh, should that be strength?
No, it should be con, but it's something different. So it's a gimme for the first one, Church. Make your con save.
Boom. Oh, okay. 18.
Okay. So as it hits you, it's like getting picked up by a wave on the beach, flipped over, and your head slammed against the sand. But thankfully, you managed to shake off the stun.
Whew. Kind of feels like a riptide just went through here. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay. All right.
How are you?
I'm
How are
fine.
you
Oh, I'm
doing?
sorry. That's not 9 bludgeoning damage. That's 14 bludgeoning damage. I forgot to add the strength shift.
Oh, hold on. Well, I hurt a lot more now. Hold on.
Are you okay?
Ouch.
Do you need assistance?
He says as coughing up blood.
It is then going to, as a
Yeah,
bonus
he's all
action,
good.
turn into
Oh.
Henry.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
Wait,
Oh,
I'm slightly
no.
turned on. Wait, never mind. No, never. Oh, sorry. Got confused.
And that
for
is
a
its
second.
turn. And it's Alex's turn. It's got to make it save.
Yeah. Make an intelligence saving throw.
Oh?
What's it
15?
need a- What's it need a-
15. It succeeds.
Oh,
It's no
man.
longer phantasmal forced.
Finally.
Finally.
All right, so it's Alex's turn.
I guess they'll kind of. Yeah, they'll get over here and snipe it again. Because it worked last time. Why not?
Go for it.
Try again.
Tyler,
Does a
like that-
13 hit? I mean, it dropped a bunch of decks.
13 does not. What's Henry's AC?
Oh, crud.
Oh no.
Eight.
Oh no.
What's your armor
the
class?
Armor class to the left of your
Oh,
initiative.
16.
Crud.
Does not hit. Just
Ow.
bounces off his abs.
Crud!
Ouch. Damn those newly developed abs. Damn
Well,
it.
that didn't work.
They're a curse and a blessing at the same time.
That's Alex's turn.
All right, now it is Henry's. So Henry, you watch as
Attack.
it turned into you. It turned and it's just this watery copy of you.
Henry, you do have advantage. I'd like to point that
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you got
My-
advantage.
My pain and blood did give you advantage here, at the very least.
Can Henry get in front of Tydero?
If
You
you,
would
move, you won't
So
have
you would,
advantage.
so you
Okay.
might want to attack first, then get in front of Tydero.
Okay. I will attack
With advantage.
longsword again.
Well, that definitely hits.
That hits.
Oh,
Oh,
Roll your
with
damage.
axe, I guess. Whatever.
Also, it's 13.
yeah, 13. Nice.
And then I will get in front of Tydero.
Sure.
Seems good.
Or,
Like here?
well, I mean, do I still have advantage here, or I'm just worried
No,
about
so
Tydero?
we have advantage because we are flanking, so we're on opposite sides of it. If you move in
Okay.
front of me, we won't have advantage.
Okay, I stay here.
but if it helps, Tidero is quite happy with the view from the front side and the back side, so you can stand.
Yeah, you got both.
Church is gonna kind of call out, Tidero, if you need healing, please come inside.
It's the.
Well,
He says
no.
he laughs between coughs of blood.
You just hear Church's Baymax voice coming from inside this place.
Can't you see me through the window, you weird robot? Just come on.
There are no windows on the first floor.
So Henry, did you shift over or are you staying there?
I'll stay here since that's more
Sure.
of an attraction.
That would be your turn, unless you want to shift to your trick weapon.
Sure.
Sure. So you put your shield quick to your side, and then you hit a lever, and you watch as the blade swings up, and like a rod within, there's a click as it extends, and now you have a great axe in your hand.
I am.
Heck yes.
All right. So, Church, you're up.
Spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Boom. Come on, hit. Yeah, natural 20!
All right.
So it is 9 points of force damage to this thing.
Henry, you're a rune warden, are you not?
Oh yeah.
Just curious.
What does that mean?
Oh no. No.
Just curious.
Oh no.
So this is force damage. It's not any type of element.
Oh, I know.
All right. So 9 points of force damage to this thing, and then, Tidero, are you coming? Do you need healing?
Yeah. No, Dip. Oh man. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
then I'm going to hold action, cure wounds, and wait for Tidero to get within 5 feet of me.
Sure. All right.
Tidero says,
Tidero's turn.
Nods while staring at this wet monstrosity. How is this thing looking, by the way?
It's looking quite rough.
A little extra ripply.
Quite ripply.
So it's not as good looking as the original.
Not nearly.
Well, I think the best thing to do is attack and then move because it would hurt otherwise. Oh man, you don't. Hey, Henry, I'm just checking. You don't like explode when you die or anything, do you? I wanted to double check. Like,
No.
You've never experienced.
No. Never tried it before. So.
Okay, I just checking. And he stabs it and hopes to spin around it.
Yeah, go for it. Make your attack.
All right. All those nat ones and low rolls are finally worth it. Thank you, D&D gods.
You get
So that's 20 piercing damage?
Let me roll sneak attack.
Yeah, you gotta roll sneak attack twice because you crit.
Do we want to double sneak attack or do we want to roll twice?
It is up to you. Generally, doubling's easier, but...
Okay, we can double it. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Nice.
So 18, 13, that's... Jesus Christ.
31. So that's a good
31.
15 points of damage to this thing. Nice hit. Would you like healing?
I don't think Tidero maybe noticed.
You hit it, and you hit it, and it starts to almost fall, like its form completely dissolves, and then it barely surges up together. But it's the rough image of Henry now. It is not even. Where before it was almost a perfect replica, and now it is just a rough image.
Henry, I felt a little bad about that, but at the same time, oh my God, give me some heals, man! Holy, oh man, for all that is good.
All right.
I guess we're here.
You need to be closer.
What?
You hit it. It can't get an attack opportunity. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I can't get an attack of opportunity.
Okay, I can make it. That's good. Okay.
I'd like to think that Henry's like. Tidero gets inside,
Oh
back up against the wall, and then looks over, and Church is like 10 feet away. You need to get closer.
I will heal you for 6 points. It was a terrible roll. I'm so sorry.
Sure. No, that's better than nothing.
I'll take it, man, but sometimes you gotta read the room, okay?
It is now the Metamorph's turn. It is
Good
going
luck
to
out there.
move to here.
Oh, damn it.
Actually. Oops, nope. You didn't see that. It is going to do. He's going to do a surge action this way
Oh.
Does it take
and
a
surge away. We have to see if Henry succeeds on the
attack of
con save.
Okay.
Come on, Henry!
Come on,
You can
Henry.
do
What
it.
do I need to do?
Okay, so a con save, that's in your upper left in your saving throws. Constitution.
Yeah, click it.
So it drops its form and then it turns into that wave and rushes off towards the tree line.
Darn it. Can we go after it?
Well, let's see if. Oh yeah, so Henry gets knocked prone.
How far does it get?
And you see as it goes over the tree line, and then suddenly it is there, and then it vanishes behind a bush.
Can we chase it?
Absolutely, you guys can if you want.
Yeah, you can
Yeah,
go
let's
running in
chase
the
it.
forest after whatever you want. Uh-huh.
Could run up the stairs and try and find a door up there.
How would that help us kill this thing?
Shoot through the window? I don't know. We could do a lot of things.
It is now Alex's turn.
Alex, how do you feel
can-
about this as the squishiest character?
Can
I say, not
can it
kidding
be
myself.
can it be seen? Like if they run out the door, can they see it and try and snipe it?
Can't see it because there's trees and foliage around, and it very obviously morphed into something, but you don't know what it is. Because it was its full self, and then suddenly it did the weird thing, and it just shrunk.
So we saw it shrunk.
Mm-hmm.
Can Alex cast magnify gravity right where it disappeared?
Yes, they can. What save is
Nice.
that?
I don't know. You didn't write anything down for it.
Hold on, I pulled it up just a second ago.
Strength? Con. Natural one.
Natural one.
Nice.
Do we see it get dragged out into the open?
Well, it's gravity, so it's just.
It slows its speed. Well, I will say it does take 2d8 force damage.
So the minimum damage that can be done is its remaining hit points, which is 2. So describe how Alex kills this thing.
Just like, no, you don't. Like fires off, it gets a little bubble, and you just see this like spurt of water as it just implodes.
Yeah.
on the
So
gravity force.
yeah, they it's this weird stroke where it's this ring and then this almost rune in the middle and then the ring back around. And like you said, this with the first one, it's just this sort of paint hovering in the air in front of them. And then with the second one, it's this whole like apparating like half sphere. And you watch as the branches and the trees just go like this. And the like all of the boughs of the trees, a couple of them break off, the leaves all pull down as you can see gravity go there. And there is what sounds like the distant squeak of a squirrel, or several squirrels, and then a burst of water
Oof.
as it is vanquished.
Yes.
Henry
yes,
and
Alex,
Alex mentioned that. Taito is just laying on the ground like, that sounds nice. That's fine. That's great. Okay.
Does anyone require healing?
I think we're going to teach you to read the room a little bit better. All right. You're getting there. You're getting close. I feel.
Okay. I am going to take a minute to pop. I'm going to take a couple minutes to pop off a prayer of healing.
Your poor monsters. Poor us.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a prayer of healing. So everyone who needs it is gonna get 2d8 plus 5 health.
Which I think is everybody, since you only have 4 people.
Yeah, which is everyone.
Uh-huh.
So anyone who's hurt, 'cause some of us aren't hurt.
Do you
Yeah.
roll that for us?
I will. Hang on.
Yeah.
Prayer of healing. 11.
Yep, sap that all up. Thank you.
All right. 11.
Hurt.
Everyone who's hurt gets 11. So,
Sure.
which I think just might be me and Ty.
It may be.
Yeah. Fine. Nothing can get past Mr. Muscle's abs out there. He's good.
Definitely lot. If I could have
All right.
another 2 seconds briefly, as you guys discuss your
Sure.
plans for looting, etc.
All right.
Absolutely.
Let's loot.
I
Still
mean,
that
at this point,
suspicious ring on the table, right?
I mean,
Was it a box or a ring?
I'm gonna it's an enchantment ring, so I'm probably gonna identify it.
Yeah.
so again, once again, hold up. Like again, not that I've ever robbed any place ever before.
If you would like, we can have Alex make a like Arcana check or something to see if they can identify, like figure out what it is just by looking at it.
I mean that
Yeah.
works too. My thing was like maybe we go upstairs, make sure nobody else is home, then loot the place. Just
Yeah.
standard procedures.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, very well.
Good idea.
Thank you. I have a few every once in a while.
Search the place first.
Uh-huh. Just see what we're dealing with. We already have
Wow.
a unknown portal through that door.
Honestly,
Who knows what's going up the stairs?
thank goodness for Kisi's shield, because that was 10 hit points that I could not afford to lose.
Ooh.
I would have still, if I didn't have that, I still would have been alive, but I would have been hurting.
Mhm.
All right, so you guys want to explore the rest of the tower first?
Yep, might as well. We're gonna
Okay.
be careful about this, and I would like to make a guided perception check to see if there's to hear. I'm gonna just stop for a minute, open my sensors, and see if I can hear any more movement in this place.
Make a perception check.
All right, and I'm gonna add a D4 for guidance,
Sure.
because I'm not concentrating on detect magic anymore.
Well,
that's,
one of those rolls was good.
19 is pretty darn good. So I'm just listening for movement beyond the wind and stuff going on in the other room.
Yeah, so you listen for a moment. Other than the slight creak as the magnified gravity wears off and the trees stop bending downwards, there's no other sounds. Other than the distant crashing of waves on the shore.
I do not hear any more movement. If you would like, I can cast Detect Magic again. It will take me a little while, though.
10 minutes? Is that what you're saying?
If you
10
want, I
minutes.
can do that too.
I think that would be lovely. I think that would be a
All right.
good next step.
I'm gonna get down, sit on my knees and offer to sit next and offer Alex the seat next to me, and I'm going to ritually cast
Sure.
Detect Magic, and we can both do it, so we can both independently do stuff.
I guess while they're doing that, Tyler is going to creep out and see if the monster made of water dropped anything.
As I see Tydro do that, I'm going. As I see
Drop
Tydro
his
leave the
wallet?
tower, I'm gonna open one eyelid and look at Henry and go, "Please accompany Tydro. We don't want him getting murdered in the woods."
Tyler is looking
Yeah,
for a
okay,
wallet.
sure.
Well, this might not turn out what they're saying. Okay, could be worse.
So you go and you find in and amongst the bodies of 2 squirrels and a very, very damp patch of water, you find a rapier and you find a ring.
Tydro is using his rapier, gonna try to pick up the ring with the rapier.
Okay.
So he
As you
doesn't
pick
touch
up
it.
the ring, it slides down the thin blade of your rapier. It's now a third of the way down the blade.
Cool. Is the other rapier glowing at all, or is it just a it looks like a rapier.
So, sorry, one second. So it is covered in barnacles. It's this beautiful silvered steel, and the right above the guard, and then over this beautiful curving filigreed pommel, there's a bunch of barnacles on there.
Okay.
And you notice that the parts that have a little bit of water, like that are kind of near this puddle of water that's dispersing, the part of the blade that's underwater is glowing softly.
Ooh. Oh, Tydro stares at it just longingly for a moment and then heavily sighs after he just yelled at his other teammates for not picking up random things to go test it. He's like, damn it, okay. I'll have to bring one of the magic people back here, but does walk off with his shish kebab ring to the other back to the space. I mean, he will dump that ring next to the other ring on the desk as
Sure.
things that need to be identified before we touch them.
So as you do that, Alex had actually patted your hand and went outside briefly and finished ritually casting Skywrite using their paintbrush and wrote in the sky 10 words. Mage Tower clear. We are well.
Okay.
That appear in clouds. And then they go in, and as you're finishing casting Detect Magic, they start ritually casting it.
When you guys get a moment, there's a magic cool sword out here I'd like to have.
I will have Henry stay in the tower. I'll say, Henry, please keep Alex comfortable. And I will walk out to go with Tydro. I'm like, buddy system. And
Did you bring the rapier or did you leave it on the ground?
I did not touch the rapier.
Okay.
all right. Yeah. I'm going to go out there and look at the rapier. Is it glowing?
The water has since dispersed and it is no longer glowing. Oh, it is glowing with your Detect Magic. Absolutely it is.
Okay. Is it giving me like bad vibes or good vibes? Okay. What?
It is a very strong enchantment aura.
Okay. I'm gonna pick it up.
Okay. As you pick it up, it's there. It's in your hand.
Well, I mean, you didn't explode. That's what
And
Untapped
I'm going to walk back and add it to the pile of things to cast Identify on.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then I will start clearing the tower best I can. Just going around, keeping an ear out for anything hostile. Can I check under the other door? Though I think I have an idea of what I'm gonna find there.
Sure. So let me roll quick. I'll make it so you can see the part of what you could see inside that other room. And then the other door, do you peek underneath it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can you make a perception check?
I will guidance. Oh, nope. Got Detect Magic up. I can't guidance when I can't have those both up at once. So I'm just gonna do a perception. 18.
Yeah. So you press your ear up against it or near it, and you don't hear anything in there. There's not a gap underneath it.
Is the door magic at all?
Nope.
Y'all. Tydro just opens that door. Let's do it.
You open the door and it's like a small dining room. There's a small amount of food on the table that is beyond rotted. It's still like that almost petrified kind of state. And then a couple of barrels, all of which are either smashed or horribly waterlogged. Not a whole lot in here. And your Detect Magic doesn't ping anything.
Okay. Does anything look like... So there's food on the table? As if it was being served? Around?
It's just like a couple of small plates. And then it looks almost like some of it is scattered. It doesn't look like it's nicely set. It's like maybe it had been set but scattered. But there's the parts of it that are not wet have quite a layer of dust on them.
Okay. Interesting. Any like were any like chairs upturned, things like that, signs of a struggle maybe, or is it just,
Oh yeah, a lot of
Okay.
broken things. Chairs are flipped over.
Okay.
And Church will kind of like, should we search the room for anything interesting? There is nothing magical, but that does not mean there is nothing here.
I would like to venture upstairs, but I would like somebody with the magic sniffer spell on to lead the way, at least to let me know if there's any traps or stuff as we continue moving forward.
I'll
But I
pull
would
out
like
I'll pull out my shield and go first.
All right, so you guys go upstairs, and as you come upstairs, you end up right where you had been before. Or not been before, that you had seen before, over here. Come up to the room that was formerly covered in water on that second floor after going up the spiral staircase, and there's that set of tables and the chair in the corner that are knocked over, and that's all that's in this room. The door to your right is ajar.
I will go peek in.
Sure, so you look in, and there is what appears to be a summoning circle on the ground, as well as a scattered set of bones that look humanoid.
Can I examine? Can I like kind of kneel down and examine the bones?
Sure.
Can I figure out what this was?
Make a medicine check.
15.
Gnome, probably male, youngish, not kid, but like what the equivalent in human years would be mid-late 20s.
Can I tell how long it's been? It's been stewing in water. I have no friggin' clue.
It's hard to tell, but it's been a while. There's not a trace of flesh on any of it. Like the skull is completely, it's just a skull. It's not any kind of flesh on there.
I will gently, like, is there like a nearby rug or some sort of cloth I can gather these bones up in?
There's
Downstairs.
there's not.
I'll go downstairs and grab the rug.
Sure, you can grab that.
And I'm gonna bundle the bones up into a little bundle.
Sure.
Are there any like, journals, books, mad scribbles of a, long dead wizard sitting around anywhere, or is it just kind of?
There is a desk in the corner, and there are some notes on there.
Tidero kind of nudges his friend here and says, "Hey, Church, wow, look over there. It's so odd, but maybe something can be derived by reading those scribbles over there. I'd go over there myself, but it's too far.
Can I insight check Tidero?
You want to go look at that?
You can insight check Tidero.
With a 16, can I tell that he can't read?
Make a deception check, Tidero.
Oh, goodness. Tidero thinks it's really important that you go over there for some reason.
So you don't get specifically that, but you do get that Tidero is very embarrassed, weirdly embarrassed by this. Wait, it's just like it's a complete character change. It's braggadocious and that too. Hey, George, you should go look at that thing. Like totally just shift.
There's like a small moment where like you can almost hear the gears turning in his head, where then he goes, "Very well," and we'll stand up and we'll kind of tuck the little pouch of bones in his bag and we'll go and search the desk.
Sure.
Tidero will look over your shoulder, kind of, I guess under your elbow, depending on height differences, but
So on the desk, you find is that Kakuoko running inside?
Come sprinting in! What'd I miss?
Maybe not.
Hey,
Hey guys.
Hey!
You missed all the fun.
Just in time! Look at you!
No, I missed all the fun. I feel that way. Have you guys killed the puddle yet?
Oh, it's dead. It's super dead.
All right. Well,
We
Your NPC replacement killed it.
all right. I claim spiritual credit for that.
So Kakoko wanders into the tower.
What's going on, guys?
And interestingly, what you saw, Kakoko, is that a skywrite spell went up. And you were already kind of wandering in the woods doing other stuff, and then like you saw a skywrite spell right there that said, "Tower clear, wizard tower clear. We are well."
He just like turns right back around towards the tower.
As Kaka'ako maybe makes his way back a little bit, I'll say, "Don't worry, guys. I secured the perimeter." I know.
So as you walk in, we definitely hear the sound of you saying that, and then the hundreds of little footsteps of all of your velociraptors.
Yep.
And Church is gonna call down, Kakuako, we are in need of an archaeologist.
Oh, I will very quickly make my way back and see what
So on the desk you find a. Oh Lord, you keep moving everything. I need to check something really quick, actually.
You guys notice I'm in my health character right now, so.
Ah, the change.
Yes.
Hello, Doc. How you doing?
No, saving my 10-year-old time.
Good on you.
I had a really good streak of not having to save any 10-year-olds, but we're always out there.
So wizard spellbooks are not lost upon their death. So you find a dusty tome on top of this desk and a scroll next to it that has a conjuration aura around it.
This should be added to the identify pile.
Kakaraka, I'm not sure if you realize this. The slowly growing pile of glowing and or ominous objects down on the table downstairs, don't touch those yet. Just in case. Okay.
I'm happy to archaeology or anthropology, anything that needs to be either of those verbs.
Does he look
actually,
Can you look
yes,
through the crime
I
scene?
will. I'll take out and I'll unwrap this rug, and you see a more or less complete skeleton.
Oh, come on, you moved the body from the
I
crime
know.
scene, though.
That's really, truly the.
So it's-
We're not very good at this.
Most of a skeleton?
It's around your size. Gnomish, from what Church tells you.
As you hand it to Kaka'ako is gonna like raise an eyebrow a little bit and say, huh, most of a skeleton. I guess that's my specialty. What do we got here? So I'm kind of just peering around at it. DM, what do we got here?
Make a medicine check.
Insight?
Medicine check.
Medicine. Okay.
Not bad.
15.
So though you rolled right about what Church did, you have more of a background in this sort of thing. So it's probably based on same kind of thing. In gnomish age, it's probably about 67 or 8. So that would be like mid-late 20s in kind of human equivalents. For a gnome, male, or at least male appearing. And it's probably about 6 years old.
Wait.
How long
Like,
did the last
they've been
expedition
bones
vanish?
for 6 years, or the bones are? Wait, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
he's
the
20,
the
he was
bones-
21. That's what
The
Okay,
bones have been
okay.
dead for 6 years. How can I remember how, like, when the last expedition was?
2 years.
So this predates that.
But from what you guys had heard from Sir Ethan whenever you had first showed up the island, it has seemed to have been something close to 10 years since, from their perspective, since the island was last year.
I should ask Sir Ethan if they had any contact with a gnome wizard. This may be an acquaintance of theirs.
So, was this magic circle over there? Do you think that was their work and something bad went wrong, or something went wrong, or yeah?
Arcane is not my specialty. We should wait for Alex.
Who comes upstairs and can definitely
like
take a
on
look.
cue, right on cue.
Yeah, they show up like showing up there, and if you want, they can take a look at the circle.
Please.
Any name on this magic book?
Yeah, on the
my metal
spell book.
friend?
Is there a name?
Unknown. All right, good name.
They don't have like their name embossed on the front of it. It's a very humble looking book.
Okay.
Any personal annotations in this thing? No. No.
Damn, you can't read it either? Ugh, embarrassing. All right, so the magic spell circle. What's up there?
Alex
We
is
don't
not
know.
sure.
Oh.
If one of you guys would have helped them, but unfortunately, they're not sure. They seem kind of distracted because the moment they see the spell book and kind of figure out what that is, they're just like, "That's a ritual circle," and they just go back to paging through the spell book.
Was anybody in our team in charge of like mapping out the island, or was that not this group that we brought along?
That was Mo.
No, okay. Mostly, I was just asking if they had. I guess we could just take maybe a spare piece of paper here, try to copy the circle.
Well, so the
scribble.
there's 50 gold worth of fine parchments and inks that wizards can use to copy spells over on this table.
Okay.
Let's maybe save those for copying. Is there something slightly cheaper that we can use to try to like scribble this circle for maybe somebody at the
there are
campsite
tons
to
of there are tons and tons of like other kinds of paper, but that's just like something you guys find is like that.
Okay, we can add that to the communal thing.
I mean, hell, you could take a piece of wood from a barrel and scratch onto it. You know what I mean? Like there are ways for you to record what this thing looks like.
Yeah.
Fairly easily.
Yeah, we'll take record of it.
Of course.
Seems like a good idea.
Anything else of interest in this room?
Yeah, anything else light up my sensors?
No.
Any potions or herbs or things like that maybe stored in here?
Yeah, any like
There are
magical ingredients?
several broken flasks you see on the table and like on the ground around there, but none that are not damaged.
Are there any like just raw herbs, like raw ingredients of things and stuff? Like I have proficiency in herbalism. Can I look for any like dried herbs, something that could be used to make potions? Like if not the final product.
So you saw what would be the kind of rotted remains of some down in the kitchenette area downstairs, but you haven't seen any thus far that have been in any state to be used.
State.
No, they're all like, it's like if someone dried out something, you know, dried stuff lasts for a couple of years and then let it go for too long.
Did this place have a third? So was it 3 stories or just 2 stories?
It did have 3 stories.
Oh.
There's also a door right here.
Yeah, actually, let's finish this spot.
Yeah.
Hey, magic friend, you don't, well, I guess magic sniffer dog, you don't sense anything bad on this door here, do you?
Since Alex is working with the book, I will take that as my cue. And I will go and look at the door.
Which door? The one right here?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You look at it and there is no magic that you see on it.
It is clear.
trusting my, whole body on this one. Okay, and Tidera opens the door.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Damn it. All right. Mm-hmm. Con save. Oh, was that the right person? Yes. 7. Not good.
So you take 8 points of poison damage as you grab and turn the knob. You feel a prick in your finger.
It's almost as if I should have done something to check for that, but
You say, and then the poison builds into your stomach, and then you
Ugh.
promptly vomit, and in your vomit there are a handful of slugs.
Can I?
I'm sorry.
Can I lumber over and check Tidero to make sure it's not lingering?
Sure, make a medicine check.
Henry.
Yeah, that's
You feel better now. You physically feel better, but you
A 21.
Slugs out of my system.
21.
21. No lingering effects that you can see other than revulsion.
Are you all right?
That door handle has slugs. I don't know. Okay.
Perhaps we should use the velociraptors next time.
You know what? You make a strong point. Okay. Yep. Nope, you both make very good.
The mage hand comes over and pats you on the head.
Thanks. Thank you. I feel better already. We're good. Okay. Do you want to stick your head in this room that just shot slugs in my stomach somehow, or you feeling good?
I'll poke my head in there and see if I get any, do I get any magic humph?
Who even makes a trap like that? It's just rude.
Hey, you checked for enchantments and magic. You didn't check for poisons or traps.
It's just
It's a
rude.
big difference.
That is your
Big
department.
difference. Again, it seems like that is something I should have done, specifically me, but
That is your department.
It is on brand. So you see, this is an area back here, and there's actually a ton of reagents back here.
Oh, nice.
A lot of them are in. Sorry, go ahead.
Are they in decent condition?
There's a handful of them that are. There is. Let me. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah. Church is immediately gonna go in there and start cataloging, and because I can make potions, so if I have the ingredients, I can make potions.
Sorry, I'm pulling up my
Can Henry
flora and
go
fauna.
up the-
Yeah. You're up here with us at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
you're hanging out with
no, I
everybody.
mean the third
Oh, the third floor? Hell yeah, you can.
Just,
So you find 3 the equivalent. So with potion brewing, there's like essence equivalents. So like all the different things can distill into different essences. So you find the equivalent of 3 infernal essences, 1 essence of lightning, and 2 distilled life.
oh, nice.
There is also 2 vials of dragon's blood,
Heck yes.
both
Good
of which
thing we
appear
don't
to
know
be
any dragons
gone
nearby
bad.
that might be. Oh,
Okay.
looking for that.
Can right off the top of my head, can I think of things I can make with this stuff?
I will send you a list. There is a lot.
Because I also, from forever ago, have like a bunch of bear fundamentum. So like, which I know
You
is
do.
like, which I know I can use in the same capacity.
Hmm.
So like, I'm stoked to make some potions.
Oh, and sorry, you also find 10 basic alchemic catalyst.
Ooh, 10?
10. The equivalent of. It's not like, obviously, it's not like an RPG where you walk in and it's there, but just like, you find the ingredients, and with your mind of potion making, you look over it and you're like, yeah, it's about 10's worth. I can make about that much. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I am immediately like, shoving this in my pack, like getting this organized and stuff, because I'm like,
So Henry, you just go right up the you go right up the steps and you see there's actually, which was absent on the outside, there is a little it comes out to this little open area that you can see on the map. It's about a third of the circle, close to maybe a half of the circle. And there's a balcony. There wasn't a balcony on the outside.
He doesn't trust going out onto the balcony, but
So you can actually, the doors are closed, but you can see that there's a balcony there.
can he inspect one of the doors to see if it's like a poison door? Like,
Totally. Make an investigation check. Definitely not trapped. These are perfectly safe.
Oh boy.
I love that. That's yep. Mm-hmm.
You're 100%
Good job,
sure.
Henry.
yeah, we got
What was that?
4 on investigations.
You're cutting out
No,
for me.
no. You nailed it. You nailed it. 4 on investigation. Absolutely nailed it. They're 100% safe.
Henry is under the impression that everything is fine.
We'll open the door.
You open the door and there is no problem. You don't trigger traps or anything. And you look out and it's like walking out into the Aurora Borealis. You're not above the ocean like you were before. It's this sort of endless expanse of space with these beautiful blues and purples. Like, almost like the aurora all about you. Kind of all over in these tiny specks of it almost looks like stars. But they seem to, these specks seem to kind of come up against the area around the balcony and just sort of kind of lightly bump off.
It's kind of cool.
And that's at the balcony. That's not at the door.
Oh, that's when you went through the door there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the
That's
door
the
at
balcony, and you can see out. Yeah, see out to the balcony.
Okay. But it's yeah, so like it's not the same terrain as.
No, it's completely different.
Hey guys, there's something really trippy up here.
Just as you finish putting the last of the essences in your bag, Church.
Neil kind of like go over the shoulder and go like, and will like poke his head back out and goes like, was that Henry?
It's an amazing view.
And if the others are done in this room, we'll go join Henry.
Yeah, you
For
guys
some
make your way
reason,
up and
Hydra wants to get far away from his own, slug vomit. So yeah, he will.
so you go up there and whoever's trained in Arcana can make an Arcana check.
That would be Alex.
Alex is not trained in Arcana.
He's what?
They are not trained in Arcana.
God freaking A, really?
That would mean none of
then,
us. Then.
then none of us are trained in Arcana.
This is trippy.
Really cool.
Does detect magic go nuts?
There is the doorway and the threshold of the door is a portal.
This is mildly alarming.
I would like to make the same statement as I made in the portal downstairs. Let's clear all rooms before we go, jumping through portals. Everybody cool with that idea?
Takes an extra minute just to take in the view a little longer. And go back in.
Totally. And it's weird. When you walk out, there's not a tower behind you. There's the doorway. But if you look around the doorway, look to the side of it, it's just an archway and a balcony. Just suspended in space.
I mean, it's cool though.
Yeah. And so you go back inside and everyone's there.
I'm gonna start searching the rest of this floor.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Oh dear God. Seven.
Nice. Perfect. Everything looks great.
I'm wise,
So
I'm not
the
smart.
only thing you find is on the door. There's not a doorknob. There's this circular, what looks to be almost like, mentally think if you were to take a Rubik's Cube, turn it into a two-dimensional circle. It's this sliding, interlocking puzzle thing that's in the center of the door.
And it's
Oh,
the
wait
door
a
that leads
second.
onward?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Is it the north door?
This is just a
Okay,
recess. This isn't actually a door. That's just a
Okay.
recess.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Tydero grabs
And you
Henry
can actually,
says,
when you're
"Oh,
looking
man."
at this top arch, you can see in the arch, it's like there's half-finished runes on there. Which you can.
I'm really
Sorry,
good
go
at
ahead.
these puzzles.
Yeah.
I'm fantastic at these puzzles. Henry, can I see your great axe? Or you know what? Why don't you take a shot at solving this puzzle? You want to take a shot?
this is just a relief in the wall?
Mm-hmm. It is, and your detect magic is giving you the sense of that there is the center bit has two magical components to it. One of them is enchantment, and one of them is necromantic.
Oh.
As Tydero is like going on about how it Church is just gonna be like, there is necromancy in that puzzle.
Never mind. I don't know how to solve the puzzle anymore.
You sure?
I mean,
You said you were really good at puzzles.
I don't advise touching that.
Does it unlock with a spell, you think?
So this is just a relief in the wall, right?
It's
This
a
isn't
relief
actually-
It isn't actually. Sorry, go ahead.
It's not like the lock on a door.
You've never seen anything like this, but giving it a second look, there is no doorknob, and in the center, there is a thing about this big around that has the enchantment and necrotic energy in the center that looks almost like a big button.
I turn around, and as I'm going, I like loop two fingers in the back of Tydero's shirt and drag him with me.
I mean, my next suggestion was to poke him with a bone.
Cause no,
Sure.
that's bad. That's bad.
You wanna
And
poke him with mage
I'm
hand?
gonna go to the nearest door, and examine it with to see if I can open it.
So that is the door right there. That the
That's
door
the
has
door.
this in the middle of it.
Okay. Is there a different door?
Nope, this is just a like a recess that almost looks like it's a partially constructed portal because there's runes written on the wall.
So now we got two options. We try to figure this puzzle out, or we go play with portals downstairs.
I'm gonna back up and have and like kind of get out of the way in case there's another cone, and have either the Velociraptors or Alex poke it with the mage hand.
Alex is more than
Yeah.
happy to poke it, and the button does not depress.
Hey, we love you, friends.
Yes,
Despite
sir.
the fact that my last three calls, I was completely undisturbed. I received a second really back-to-back thing, so. Good side. I'm gonna go speed the perimeter, wishy luck with all, fucking portal puzzles, and one.
Easier said than done, my friend.
Very much
Right.
so.
All right.
Save those kids.
Adios.
Jake.
All right. I guess which one of us is best at puzzles?
I guess technically me.
I don't recommend you touch anything until you get a good look at it. But if you are comfortable with it, perhaps. I am all right with walking away from this door. It feels not. It feels wrong.
Yeah.
I would say we look around for the cheat code hidden somewhere in this tower, or we check out that last locked room that we've got. I have a feeling that perhaps we need some different expertise in this space up here.
This would be well suited to someone more adept at opening dangerous locks.
Yeah, I really didn't do the whole puzzle thing. I just kind of didn't pay attention in class and painted. I'm not gonna lie to you. That wouldn't be fair. Sorry.
Hey, high five. Me
And they
too.
they kind of slightly blush and put up their hand for a high five. And it's one of those things that as you high five them, even though you're trying to be gentle, they still like grimace a little bit.
No.
Okay, we're going back
Their
downstairs.
wrists are like that big around. They're like,
Can we at the very least also, you say there's like 2 runes at the top of the door in the archway?
mm-hmm.
Okay, can we at least transcribe these runes as well
Sure.
to bring back to, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll just gather information at this point because
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think we're equipped enough to deal with whatever's behind this door.
Sure. So
Funny,
you
as
guys
we
record
squint
everything.
at it. Yeah.
So you've cleared the second floor. There's still that room that you had a view in with the portal in it on the first floor if you would like to take a look.
Tidero
We might as well.
will check the doorknob for traps. Actually, the whole door while we're at it.
Back on the first floor.
Yes, on the first floor. Oh, man. He does not do a good job at this. Is this investigation? Is that what this is?
Checking for traps? Yes.
Yes. Oh.
Can I
wow.
assist?
But if you took proficiency in thieves' tools, you get proficiency in, or you get a.
Is that just unlocking? I do have thieves' tool.
Or checking for traps.
Oh, I guess check for trap. Is that a separate one?
It's not a specific skill. It's just something you can do, and it's either perception or investigation, depending on the situation.
This one is investigation.
All right, -2.
May I assist?
Four.
Wouldn't
That
have
would
Is-
that would have changed it to us.
I said you. I'll say you.
Yeah, no, they it's protein. Tastes great.
Alex. Would you be willing to open this door with your mage hand? We get out of the way.
Yep. Move
You open
back.
the. You open the door and it opens. And there's a cold draft out of there.
Can I poke my head in?
Mm-hmm. There's 2 rings on the wall where you had seen them before. One of them has. There's what appears to be metal irises around both of them. The one on the right is open. The one on the left is closed. How far do you want to go into the room?
I'm gonna get a good look at this thing before I go in there.
Sure. Then there's a bunch of it. This just otherwise appears to be storage that has also been pretty well ransacked.
His liver was really into jewelry.
I would, if he was still here, suggest sending 1 or 2 velociraptors in there to just make sure that
we
nothing is
did
gonna kill them.
Send an illusion in here, and the illusion did not die.
Yes, but the illusion could not be affected by any forces. I want to make sure if we step in there, we aren't going to get sucked in.
I'm not sure about all this cruelty to raptors.
And actually, you can feel the draft coming out.
Oh, so it's like okay.
Can we identify, is it coming from one of these portals? Maybe perhaps the eyeball open one?
I mean,
Oh,
you can pretty reasonably assess that it's probably the open one.
All right, biting the bullet. I go in.
Okay. It's much cooler in here. And now that you step in there, you realize that as you went down the stairs, it got a little cooler in each floor. And then you look, kind of glancing around, and on the ceiling, there are what look like several vents that are closed. The one that is open, do you look through the portal?
I mean, you better.
Sure.
Hey, church.
Can I make a?
I'll give you equivalent.
Sure.
I'll give you a gold to stick your head in the portal.
I'm not. She's like, no amount of gold will convince me to put anything through that portal,
I'll
let
give you
alone my head.
I'll do it.
2 gold.
I'll do it for 2 gold.
2 gold.
2 gold.
Let's do it. All right.
Alex walks in.
Yeah, no. Church is gonna put an arm out and is going to make his perception check first.
Sure, go for it.
Alex.
23.
Looking around, it's interesting. You can see on the floor there's a metal square that has some bolt holes in it, and you immediately recognize this based on your domain. There used to be a furnace in here, and there appears to have been removed at some point. But the ductwork for it seems to still be in place. And in your mechanic's brain, feeling the cold from there, you realize this is like wizard air conditioning.
Is there anything visible in the portal?
You look through and it looks like snow. You can just see like it's maybe like a foot off the ground and it's just snow as far as you can see.
Hey, around the other portal, the one that's closed, is there any like signs of melting and or scorch marks?
There's no melting and or scorch marks. Would you like to touch? You can touch the metal iris. It's closed.
I think Tidero might poke the closed eyeball.
It's warm. Pretty warm. It's not an eyeball. It's like an iris, like
okay, iris.
The
yeah.
multi
okay.
kind of closing thing.
Okay. Nice. Well,
And there's a lever on either side. So there's the one on the left, the lever is up. The one on the right, the lever is down.
Can I pull the lever up on the one that's open?
Closes.
And it gets like the cool air is stopped. I'm going to partially pull the other lever. I'm not gonna open it all the way. I'm just gonna open a little bit.
So it opens to maybe about that much, and it's even brighter light comes out, and same kind of thing. It looks like there's sand through there.
Nice.
Clever wizard.
That's called thinking with portals.
I'm gonna shut it.
It was actually for you especially, Tidero. As Church partially opened this, it was like that first step out of a plane when you get on a plane from a cold place to like Florida or something, and you step off, and it's like, oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. As you close it, Alex is like, do we have to? Like just
any chance we can? I mean, I kind of got an idea, but any chance we can like, try to identify where these portals go to specifically? Obviously, hot and or cold place, but. Are these on our plane? Are these just,
You can make a... Oh, Christ.
Oh, God.
You can make a history or nature check with disadvantage and a huge DC.
All right. Well, I got
Actually, no.
history. Okay.
For the... What type of human are you?
Human.
Here's normal
human. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you grow up in a hot or a cold place?
I grew up listening to stories of people traveling, if that helps.
Okay, so no disadvantage. Yeah. Make a history or a nature check. Let's see.
I'm so proud.
I would say that is a raw 16. There is nothing in there. My int is -2, but because randomly I have history.
So you're not sure about the snow. That snow has a lot of places with snow. Mm-hmm. You kind of half open the sand one again, and interestingly, as you're looking through, you can see that it's very windy in there, and the wind is actually kind of pushing through, but the grains of sand that you can see being blown in the wind are all stopping as soon as they hit the portal. They're just kind of falling. Not inside, but not coming through. Mm-hmm. And looking through, you're like, wind and sand. Oh, no, this is probably to the southwest of the Crimson Peaks. There's a desert where in the center of it, there's a tear into the air elemental plane, and so the entire desert is just this massive sandstorm, constant sandstorm. That would fit with it being so windy. That's the only thing you think of. It's like, I obviously could be wrong, because it's like, maybe it's another desert with sand, just like during a sandstorm, but it is very consistent wind.
Now that I see that the sand isn't getting through, I open it all the way.
As you do that,
So that
Tyro tries to
the
stick his
warmth-
rapier through it.
It dink hits on the outside. You can't go through it.
Can't go through it.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Okay, I'll leave the warm one open because it's gross and raining out. Might as well dry off a little while we're here and invest and take in stock of all the stuff we found.
So,
Sure.
these vents, how big are they?
They're about 1.5 feet across.
Man.
Oh,
Okay.
the vents? Sorry, no, the
Uh-huh.
vents are about 6 inches.
6 inches.
Can I start searching the supplies? Anything that's not ransacked, and I've still got detect magic's probably almost up at this point. But I do know that Alex still has theirs. So can I look to see if I find anything useful?
Sure, make an investigation check.
I'm gonna drop detect magic because Alex is here, and I'm going to guidance myself
Sure.
because my God. Okay, 16.
Nice.
16. So you do find, scattered throughout the room, you don't find anything super, like, amazing magical types of stuff. You find an old crate that is full of 15 pounds of coal,
Taking that.
and then 5 pounds of iron ingots.
Heck yeah. All right, I'm writing this
Imagine
down.
the amount of nails you can make with that.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, how much coal?
15 pounds.
And we still have that bag. We still have that clutch of holding, right?
No, you guys do not have that.
Oh, then I'm
Mo
just
has
gonna
it.
carry it. Then I'm just gonna carry it. And how many iron ingots? Sorry.
5 pounds.
5 pounds. Heck yes, I can
Which
make
I
funds.
think is only 5 iron ingots, if I remember correctly.
Whatever. This is useful. Like
Yeah.
having raw iron having actual iron ingots is great. Like
Yeah.
I can make good things with this. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
Tyler's going to take a little bit of time to see if he can locate maybe on this floor like a trapdoor or anything, just if there's any cellar basement thing going on.
Sure.
Good idea.
Make an investigation check.
Alright, 16.
So you make your rounds, you look around, as you're walking through the KitchenAid, your step is slightly different sound. You pick up the carpet and there's a trapdoor and you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'm so good at this. It's a trapdoor. You found it.
I did it!
Completely filled with water.
Tyro palms it over to look for traps. He's learned his lesson.
Check for traps.
Nailed it.
Definitely
Tyro
not
is pretty
traps.
sure there is no traps. Oh, goodness. He pauses for a moment, being like, that cone of cold really would have sucked. Hey, Alex, come check this out. Make sure there's no magic before I yank this thing open.
So you wait 10 minutes as they cast Detect Magic, and there's no magic.
All right. In that 10 minutes, if anybody has identified, does anybody want to start on those?
Yeah, while you're poking around with this, unless someone needs me, I'm gonna go start identifying stuff.
Sure. What are you going to identify?
I'll do the rapier first.
All right. So is the tiebreaker.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hey.
Magical rapier covered in barnacles, which is it the hilt that's covered in barnacles,
Correct.
or is it like
It's the hilt and the
Ooh.
bottom part of the blade.
Ooh, I've got an idea to help with the recharging.
So when
An
you
idea to help.
blue and submerged in water, giving off light equivalent to a low torchlight. That might be helpful. When you deal damage with a melee attack, you may choose to unleash a torrent of frozen seawater from Tiebreaker, dealing 1d8 cold damage to all creatures, noted, in a 15-foot cube. You may use this feature a number of times equal to your Constitution modifier, a minimum of once. All charges are regained by submerging the blade in seawater for 8 hours. Okay.
If we could get a barrel,
Mm-hmm.
and we could get a barrel and fill it with fresh seawater, that could be its resting place during the night.
That's a very good idea. Do we know if we have any barrels back at camp, or should we
you have
bag
barrels
one
back
from
again.
here?
You have barrels back
We've
again.
got barrels.
All right, we got
If-
barrels.
I could make barrels if we needed to. I have proficiency in carpentry tools and access to metal. I could make barrels.
Nice. Okay. Very exciting.
But, and Church is going to present this to you, I believe this would be most well suited to you.
If I check his con, you know what? It wouldn't hurt. There might be some people who might appreciate it, but yeah.
Honestly, I think the greatest benefit is that it is magical.
Well, here's the thing. We shouldn't roleplay this first because Tidero, while you're doing this, does yank open a.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's right, I forgot.
So before this happens, let's see if he dies first.
Okay, I forgot about that.
So as you open up the thing, it's actually super heavy. It's about like 15 to 20 pounds. As you pick it up, it does not smell good down there.
Mm-hmm.
Looking down, it's basically just like a deep shaft that goes out of your vision of light.
Did we bring any torches or anything? I don't think anybody in our group has night vision unless, wait, hey, Henry! Henry!
Yeah?
Can you see in the dark?
Tieflings see in the dark.
Are
Yes,
you
they can.
seeing?
Yes,
Hey,
they can.
Henry! I got a job for you. I need you to crawl in a deep, dark hole for me.
It smells awful too.
How
It
big is
smells
it?
great. You're gonna love it down there.
As you're arguing, Alex goes over, picks up like a broken piece of wood, casts firebolt on it to light it on fire, and then just drops it down the hole.
That works too. Again, thinking with magic, we're good.
And as you see it go down, it goes 20, 30,
Oh,
bloop, into water.
huh. How long is a standard thing of rope? I'm looking at just the hero kit thing with one hempen rope. What do we think that is?
6 feet.
Tider's going to like drop an end of his rope down, and once it hits the water, he's going to pull it back up, and he wants to kind of like smell it and see if it's like, is it salty? Is it briny?
It
Is
smells
just
like
foul?
sewage.
Oh, nice.
That's a septic tank.
That's a really big septic tank.
You also, as you pull it up, you hear a squelching sound way down there.
Oh, there's something down there.
Hey, Henry, do you want to squint down here and tell me if you see anything, abnormal? In the
Do you
deep
smell anything
dark-
foul from where he's standing?
Oh, it's already filled up the entirety of the kitchenette, and it's starting to waft its way into the front entrance.
I think I'm good.
Henry, my boy, come on, man. Just
Alex rolls their eyes, grabs another piece of wood, lights it on fire, walks over and drops it.
I,
Does not break eye contact with you at all, Tetra. Just looks.
I mean, look, it's we water will put out
got
fire.
this.
Loop will put out fire. It's all good. No, I just want
And
you to
as they
sit
look
in
over,
there.
their sarcastic look towards you. We should close that. Can we close that? Can we close that?
I just want to know if
Can we
there's a
close? There's
monstrosity
an
down there.
ooze. There's an ooze. We should close it. They like start grabbing onto it, but their strength is literally 5, and they can't.
Take it, Alex.
I help
There's
Alex.
no, but there's literally they gesture towards Church. Church, can you please?
I'll snap out of my trance and go over and push it closed.
And as you're pushing it closed, you see maybe like 30 feet down, there's what looks like this kind of glob of like goop just kind of slowly.
Shutting it.
Okay, but we gotta deal with that at some point, right? Or we just
Not
gonna-
there.
I think we just go. I think we go. I think we go home.
We will
No.
note that there is something terrible underneath in the what I believe is a septic tank.
I mean, bold of you to assume septic tank. I feel like
Well,
Alex is just like walking
looking
away.
down there turned it into
They're
a
just like
septic tank.
leaving. Their mage
Okay.
hand is sitting there going,
Actually, I have
honestly-
a torch. I actually have a torch, so I'm actually going to open it again, light the torch, and like hold it down there and take a look.
it's about 15 feet, and it's this ooze that has filled the entire thing and is making its way upward with a slow squelching noise.
Like an ooze? Like an
Like
actual
an
ooze?
ooze.
I'm gonna cast Toll the Dead at it.
Okay.
It needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
It takes no damage because it's immune to necrotic damage.
Oh, bollocks.
It will use all of its movement to get up to the top,
Yep,
and
I shut it. I drop it. Like, I just dropped
Okay.
the lid. I just dropped the lid.
make an initiative
So-
roll to me to see if you do this quick enough.
Oh no. Yeah, no, my initiative's -1. This is gonna suck.
oh,
13!
man.
I got a 13!
Oh man.
You beat it, just barely.
Oh.
So you close it, and you hear this squelching against the bottom of it, but it is a heavy door, and it is not able to lift it.
Mhm. We make sure that the rug is over it, and then we upturn the table. And
Yeah, I'm gonna put
Yep.
I'm gonna just put junk on top of it.
Uh-huh.
There's like a bunch of little pile
Yep.
just on top of
Use
it.
the dining room
Alex
table.
pokes their
and
head in
put
and is
it-
like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
That was not me, okay? That was
You-
not me.
You guys are great. We saved each other's lives, and then you
Mhm.
just go poking it. You're just poking it.
Church is not saying anything and is just moving on.
You're just like walking away.
You, Alex. I'm with
Church
you,
is moving
Alex.
on.
Let's go.
Church
Let's go.
goes
Thank
right
you,
back to where he
Henry.
was before, sits down, and keeps going with identify.
Can we do this at home?
I just look. I mean, if we can put this in
There's
a bag, so
like
we
Church
don't
like
touch these
stops
things.
and goes, "You're probably right,"
Okay.
and scoops everything into a bag and is like, "I think we're done here,"
Yeah.
and is
Do you
going
want
to
me
leave.
to set the place on fire, or do we want to come back?
Let's come
I
back.
think
Set it on
there's
fire.
I believe
Let's
there is
not
still
alert
more
that
to learn.
dragon.
There is still more to learn from this place. I say we leave it be for now.
Fair enough. Let's go. And so you guys make your way back to
Yep.
camp.
Yep.
Spending time to identify. So you found the tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
You found the
Wow, it's the best initiative roll I've had since I started this. Since I
Thank
created this
goodness,
character.
oh goodness.
man. Y'all just don't know how to take a hint, do you?
Man, I love Alex.
When you
I really
said
do.
ooh,
I love him
was
so
okay.
much.
You found the
Time
ring
to
of
go.
rain.
Ooh. Plus 2 max hit points, and actually you may cause a localized rain cloud that rains
How
down
was
for
this-
1 minute.
How was
That's
this adventure
cute.
so well themed? It was
so
the
cute.
Yeah, it
time
was raining at the beginning.
And then
That's
you
cute.
have
That might be useful in like growing things or collecting water. Like I could set out a barrel and just do the rain and just use it to collect water.
Mhm.
yeah.
That'd be a good use for that. I don't have to use a spell slot for create food and water.
Tidera thinks it would be really useful for messing with rude weather wizards who swear
And
they
then-
get there.
the essence ring.
Wow, as an action you may switch points between your strength and dexterity.
Oh,
Oh god.
that's what that.
No stat may be below 10 or above 20.
That's what the
If you fall unconscious, you'll revert to their initial values. That's pretty good.
that is pretty good.
My dex suck. Like a lot. which is very funny to me.
Hmm.
That is useful. I vote we put that in the party
mean,
in the.
For sure, add these to communal things, but
Yeah,
Tyler
these
is
will-
definitely eyeing that one.
Isn't your
Yeah.
what's your strength? Isn't it?
My strength is a bummer, but my dexterity is pretty good.
So if you really need to, you can dump a
Mhm.
bunch of things into your strength if you
I
really
will
need
say,
to.
as we enter back into our area, he does put the healing potion back, and also he takes this moment of courage, thinks about it, but like, hey, you know what would have been really useful? Nah, it's fine. He puts it back too.
What did that thing do again?
It gives you a hit, like it lets you roll a hit dice when you make a
Oh.
attack.
To
which
be
would have been,
fair,
you know-
you got pretty hurt at one point.
Yeah, right. So it would have been helpful when I got hurt, I was dying, and made that crit, and then I could have run away and also taken a little health back. But it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else? So we got the 2 rings, we got the rapier, and the scroll.
Mm-hmm.
The scroll is a scroll of summon water elemental.
Snap.
Seems useful.
Maybe. That's a high level spell. God.
we
Yeah, add it to
also-
the thing.
We also have an unknown wizard spellbook.
Which I say we should add to the communal pile, though I have a distinct feeling Alex is gonna want to read that pretty thoroughly, and they killed the thing, so by all means.
Something as a note, though, we should find someone who reads Gnomish or who can
Who
translate.
can translate it?
Mhm.
We can ask around the NPCs.
I don't think any of them speak Gnomish, believe it or not.
Does any of them have comprehend languages?
Yes. I believe Aladron has it.
Alec. Oh, it's the celestial.
Eyes of the
world.
Runekeeper. Yes.
Mhm.
Oh, Eyes of the Runekeeper. They can read all languages. We will give it to Aladron for translation.
Would help.
So he is basically says it's not incredibly important. It's mostly just notes to oneself of use this for this time, and once we get the tower set up, this can be used, and it's not entirely the most useful thing in the world.
Do they make any notes on what can be used when the tower is set up? Like what the tower was meant for?
I don't. Well, I guess he can read the arcane language because of Eyes of the Runekeeper. That's weird. The spell says it's called Magic Hoop.
Interesting.
Can we
Anybody
get a
heard
list?
that
Can we get a
Jacob.
list?
Oh yeah, I'll get it to you.
Mhm.
If Jacob is listening, the other name for this spell would be the Mouth of Rithward.
Oh. He's not listening.
No, he's not. Okay.
It's abandoned.
Well, he might be actually. He might be tuned into the Twitch stream.
It's possible, but that is
Yeah.
essentially
Yeah,
it. It's all just
say
little notes.
I say add the spell book to the communal. If people want to cannibalize it or use it, they can take it out and put it back.
Hey, while this person's translating things, can we show them the runes that we copied from on top of that door?
Oh
Yeah.
sure.
But yeah, we'll show that to them.
Between
too. Get-
Alex and Aladron, you can put together pretty well that it is. They're just so the circle itself is basically a combination spell between an odd transmutation spell that seems designed to fuse multiple beings together, a summon water elemental, and teleportation circle.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack there.
that is.
If I may, talking about the way
disturbing.
these notes were presented, wizards I've known in the past have been very careful. There wasn't a whole lot of that in the notes.
This individual was young perhaps a bit cocky. Overestimated themselves. Speaking of which, and I'm gonna go make a grave for this poor sod.
Sure. So you make a grave for them.
Applies some lumber.
So you make like a nice, almost like like a sailor's cross, where they have like the wooden cross, but
Yeah.
it's actually fairly nicely carved because of your woodworking expertise, and it's quite nice.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it separate from the people from the expedition, but I'm going to make a little grave. Are you
putting it next to the grave of the other woman who you found that was there, or did you bury her in the farm? I can't remember.
I think I would have buried her here. I think this is a place that I could like return to and kind of commune with the dead. But
So
I will offer a prayer to this individual. While your hubris cost you your life, know that we have avenged you, and I hope that you can rest.
You feel not any sort of supernatural approval, but just that satisfaction deep down of that you're doing a good thing. And there's something for that in this kind of place.
Yeah, I will do some prayers. I'll I think it's part of my routine at one point that I'll go visit the graves, both here and from the previous expedition. I think that's just something church does.
And as the day grows to a close, all of you need to make a madness save, including Alex.
Nice. Is that just a 20?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, nice.
18.
You are fine.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not good. That came after I rolled.
So,
that's a lot of bad rolls.
Henry and Taitaro both gain a single point of madness.
Nice.
However, actually, because you are with Alex, if you look under their character sheet, at the end of each day, they can grant a number of creatures equal to their charisma modifier and advantage on the madness save.
Well, I don't know if that helped me. What's our meet and beat?
Well, you don't know.
It did not help you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It did, however, help Henry. We'll say that Taitaro and Henry. So Henry manages to stave off the madness, but is this your first point of madness, Taitaro?
First point of madness, yep.
Okay. So as you go to sleep, you sleep. You spend a bit of time by the fire, and it's actually kind of nice. You know, before you had gone out with these people, they were all kind of strangers and everything else, but even with Alex going with you now, there's more camaraderie. And you see, as you guys are eating your dinner and talking around the fire, they're painting like the tower and like the actual creature itself kind of absentmindedly as they're talking in the book, and that actually gives you a little bit of calm. And that calm, actually, Henry, is kind of what sustains you through the night, where you start to have nightmares, and then you sort of think about that nice moment around the fire with everyone, and it helps you out. But Taitaro, you don't push through that, and you're standing alone in this sort of sandbar, and there's that sort of odd gossamer sky that you saw before. The water is very, very cold, and you're shivering. And the tendrils from above start to sort of wiggle and move, and you start to hear this deep, horrible chanting in the back of your mind as what looks like this crack begins to form in the sky. And you see this multitude of eyes through it, and then you wake up in a cold sweat, and oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And you're in bed, everything is fine and normal. But you are very unsettled. The good news is you all level up, except for Church. Church, are you level 4?
I just leveled up.
Yes, so you don't level up, but Taitaro, Henry, and Alex all level up.
Woo!
Because that was a CR5 monster you guys killed.
Woohoo!
Wow,
We did
nice,
good.
Actually.
All right, let's
2
level
lucky
Alex.
crits.
Right, honestly.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think we will do the leveling off screen and call it there for the stream. We'll take care of some stuff on our end. But thank you, everyone, for joining for this little party. Sorry for the leaving there for a couple of times. Sometimes things are a little outside of our control. And I hope that you guys enjoyed. And next time, we will see you again. Adios.
Bye.